Before we get started tonight, I want to tell you what our friends over at Aminette's Eagle Auction and Realty have going on Saturday, December 1st at 10 a.m. Up for auction is the home 182-acre farm and personal property of John Mark and Louise Hayes. The property is located just outside the Salina city limits on Highway 52. The house was built in 1916. It's 3 stories tall, and man, it is beautiful. They've raised all kinds of animals on this property. The row cropped and foraged, so the land's ready to do whatever it is you need it to do. There's barns and buildings everywhere on the property for your equipment as well. There will also be some beautiful old furniture that you may never see anywhere ever again for sale. So head over to eagleauctions.com. That's EAGLEAUCTIONS.com for more info, or call Lee J. Aminette or Clint Connor at 931-526-5335. And if you see Clint at the sale, tell him OLR sent you. Coming at you from the OLR podcast studio.
It's really more of a basement.
Coming to you from the OLR basement studio.
But it's still a podcast.
Coming to you from the podcast basement studio.
Yeah, but you still need to say OLR.
Coming to you from the OLR podcast basement studio.
Oh, that's way too many words.
Coming at you.
That's not enough. You still need to say OLR.
Let's just start. It's OLR. And welcome to the One Lane Road podcast, Lucas and DK. And we have special guests in the house tonight. The Allen boys are here for a special game of Who's in My Mouth. Now, y'all all do straws before we got started. Who got the short straw? Because you're going first. You got the short straw?
I got something short, but I don't know if it's a straw or not.
As long as you move your hips right.
Yeah.
I'm Blake.
Come on, everybody.
I'm Slim.
There's Slim.
I'm Caleb.
There's Caleb.
Caleb with that flat bill hat and that little goatee.
I'll tell you what, I'm not mad at this shirt you're wearing.
You like that?
I do like that.
Buttoned up to the top like Conan from wrestling on the NWO.
Nobody says anything about my shirt until we get live. What's up with that?
Yeah, well, we save most of the good stuff for live.
Oh, okay. Well,
Let me speak on this.
Yeah.
Orderly.
Yeah. No, I do like the shirt.
Mexican earlier.
Yeah.
But
So, what you boys been doing tonight? Everybody just got off work, didn't they?
Yeah, I didn't work today. Actually, I got off this morning, but they work today.
Yeah. So what does everybody do? What do we do?
Well, I am a Little Debbie sales route salesman that I sell and deliver all Little Debbies to the Gainesboro, Baxter, and Cookville area.
Bam.
I thank you personally for that.
You're welcome.
I'm going to say, I believe I've indulged in a few Little Debbies from the Gainesboro, Baxter area.
It's probably a little sad that he didn't bring you any samples over here, because I know he gets asked every day if you got any samples on that truck.
Well, I know Lucas is a health freak, and
Yeah.
DK don't need them, so.
He did have to take a break carrying his cooler in over here.
Yeah, I just switched hands, guys.
Did you
gracious.
set it down to switch hands?
So you're
Absolutely.
amphibious, right?
Yeah.
It's the only proper way, DK, I agree.
Yeah. Trying to. You're up next, Slim.
Slimbo, what do you got?
Get in there.
I work at Cummins Filtration, and I'm in receiving.
I'm receiving at Cummins Filtration.
Yep.
There's I went to school with a bunch of boys that went over to Cummins in the engineering department, so they're like me. They really don't do anything. They just sit there and make things worse for everybody else.
Any names I might know?
You don't know Billy Bates, do you?
He gets mail in every day. I take it to the mail cage.
Yeah, me and him went to school together, yeah. A couple other boys, too. I believe they're all gone now. Billy's probably the only one left over there.
But
Cool.
Slim's been there since he graduated high school. So
No kidding.
he's been a career guy.
Well, how long ago was that?
2002.
No kidding. I mean, you're about the same age.
16 years.
Yeah.
Shout out to the 2002
Yeah.
class.
Yeah, you bunch of old farts.
It's all right.
Ain't that the truth?
It's all right.
Did you graduate last year? Is that what happened here?
10. Perfect 10.
2010, huh?
That's right.
There you go. There you go.
2 5s, maybe.
I mean, he had a mustache 2 weeks ago. He's got a goatee now, so.
I'm still working on 3 weeks over here.
I've been growing this shit since I was 16. This is the same thing. I ain't shaved once yet. This is
So
all I
you
got.
have a lot in common.
Yeah, this is all I got. All I've got right here.
What about you, Genuine? Tell them.
I am a underground miner. I do exploration drilling. Test driller if you want to get layman.
Bam. Testing ore samples, huh?
Yes.
Oh.
Well, I
Mackie would have heard horse apples right there.
gotta love them skate cars. I mean,
Skateboards.
skateboards. Yeah, it's not anything spectacular. Pretty interesting job, but I enjoy it.
Yeah. I like the mine. It's a scary place down there, isn't it?
It's no different than in here.
Except
Actually,
for there's a 20,000 ton train running around that could run you over.
No train. We don't have a train anymore. They got rid of the haul train, but we have a road train road that they use 40-ton haul trucks on.
Yeah.
It's really not as bad as people think. You think mining, you see on the movies, all confined areas.
Well, that and being stuck in a damn mine.
They have 40-ton haul trucks down there that are massive, and they can go anywhere down there you want them to. So,
really?
I mean, there's nowhere down there it's lower than a 12-foot ceiling.
Really?
Yeah.
Huh.
Some areas that they mined back in the 70s and 80s, they were smaller because they didn't have the equipment we have now, but it's not near as bad. It's lit up in most areas.
Yeah. Nightmares for days is what I'm hearing.
Well,
I guarantee that's what you're hearing.
Yeah. I'll be down there just terrified.
It's there are some places get a little quirky whenever you're by yourself, but other than that, it's really not as bad as you think.
I knew there's a bunch of people came to Bonnell that came from the mine down there, and
they'll probably be coming back pretty soon. It's not doing so hot right now.
Well, that place comes and goes. That's a tax write-off for somebody every now and again.
It's getting better, but it's got a long ways to go.
Yeah, they've got to open up a new vein somewhere. It's got a lot of ore in it somewhere.
Well, there's ore to be mined down in there. They just they
sometimes they need mined.
I don't get it,
Mackie.
Ore.
The ores need mined.
Everybody just pause and let that breathe.
Thinking about you, little buddy.
Yeah. Oh, that's you, Mikey.
Hey, we need to ask DK about his dream.
What'd you do, DK?
Nightmare.
I had one.
Oh,
I remember
good.
One.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Good. Let's hear it.
I don't like pooping in public. And I was in a store, but every time I thought I was in a bathroom, it was actually like there was people checking out when I was trying to pop a squat. When I was trying to drop a deuce, there was people there. I'm like, God, can you not check out an aisle over? I'm using one here. So every time I went to a dressing room, because you poop in dressing rooms, you know. This was last night, actually this morning.
Yeah.
So then, after about the third place, I tried to poop, and there was people trying to check out and get Christmas presents.
Yeah.
I woke up at 4:20 this morning, and I was like, "Oh my God, I really have to." That was me. That was me telling myself I had to use the bathroom, so I had to go in and drop one at 4:20 this morning.
That's hilarious.
The bad part is we had to confirm that with DK that was a nightmare,
and it did actually happen.
Was or not.
Anytime before my alarm clock goes off for any shenanigans like that, that's a nightmare.
Yeah, that's good stuff.
Good thing about being in a checkout, there's plenty of reading material.
Yeah,
Choir.
So I guess we need to go backwards to work forwards here and tell everybody.
Hold on just 1 minute. Let's take a quick break.
That's quick.
All right, back from a little technical difficulties. I had to add a microphone in here. That way we make sure we catch everybody. Didn't know how that was going to work out, but we should have done it to begin with.
So the reason we got everybody here, we don't know who all listens. Don't really care. We do care. We hope people listening. We're not doing it just for fun, are we?
Well, we're kind of doing it just for fun.
Yeah, I thought so. But these fellows right here are three of the biggest advocates of...
I thought he was going to say assholes. I thought they were the biggest assholes.
Well, probably
wouldn't have been lying.
Well...
I consider myself nice.
Three of our biggest supporters, you don't know how much it means. I ain't just here to...
he cries about this sometimes, but go ahead.
I ain't here to rub your ass, but we do appreciate it.
That was earlier.
We do appreciate the retweets and the mentions and the shares. It means a lot. A lot of people around here don't get this kind of business line of work here that we do on the side. So I appreciate y'all listening every week. And I know y'all been honest about coming to the Martin Ridge, but I thought, what if Saurwood? Hold on a second. Saurwood.
There you go. That's right, preaching, brother. Go ahead.
Saurwood would meet the Springers. And this is what we got here. We got only three people as humble as Lucas and myself are the Allen brothers.
Well, we forgot to mention that there's another one of us who couldn't make it tonight.
Right.
So
shout out Jordan.
We don't want to leave him out. He's just as much of a part of Allen Farms as we are.
Right.
So
even though he will tell you he's not a farmer.
he'll tell you he's not a farmer.
Better get that eye degree.
But there is one little farmer story that we could tell on him.
Let's hear it.
Slim and him went to band and tag a calf one day.
Yeah.
Normally it's me and Slim that go and do it, but I was unavailable, I guess. So him and Slim went to tag and band the calf. And so they get out, and if you've ever been around a cow and its calf, they don't like it. The cow does not like it.
No.
So he parked the truck in between the cow and the calf and tried to get down and tag it and band it. Well, the calf kind of halfway got away. Is that right, Slim?
Exactly.
And the cow was mad, and so Jordan proceeds to kind of go after the calf a little bit, which angered the cow.
Yeah.
Am I telling it right?
Yeah.
And then Slim just says, "No, get in. You're doing more damage than you are good." And so they get in and get going down the road, and it's kind of quiet, and they're about halfway to the house, and Jordan says, "I just ain't no farmer, am I?"
You done good, bro.
He said, "No, you're good. You're good. It's all right."
Yeah.
Until this day, Jordan, anytime we ask him to do something about the farm, he'll do it. I mean, he'll be the first one there. But then when it's all said and done, he'll still look at you and say, "I ain't a farmer, bro."
Now, is he a younger brother?
He's the youngest.
He's the baby,
and
he is the golden child.
He is actually probably the smartest and most.
Well, let's not get carried away, all right?
Hey,
you three set the bar pretty high there, you know.
The stud right here. It starts with the stud, so.
He's year 3 in college, and he's going to be an optometrist. So
he's got a few minutes left in it.
Oh yeah, he's got a whole nother career.
Yeah,
in a whole other city. That's going to be a big challenge.
Mess around like me and almost get 1 degree in the next 8 years.
Yeah,
at least you got one.
So I got a few things here that I want to run through, and Blake, who I've known the longest of the 4 brothers, and I said, I've got my own list, and we'll work through it. I'm sure Lucas got some stuff he'll dive into, but So I asked him. I said, just give me some funny things about your brothers, because I've been around Jordan. Of course, we're going to cover Jordan a little bit, and y'all told me some stories at my house a minute ago. We're definitely going to hit up. And Slim, I've been around, and I want you to tell your bathroom story. But so I've seen Slim more than I thought I'd had. But so let's start off with Blake said, "Slim, number 1, he's a total stud. The best facial hair grower in the family, besides my dad's Merle Haggard impression."
Yeah,
that's true.
But that comes with the territory. Your old hand, like me and Lucas. So that
Lucas is still working on that.
I would say I don't know what you're talking about. I ain't got none.
That's true. So he said his first car was an '84 Cougar. He said,
"Bam!
Who wants a Cougar for their first
Mercury,
car?"
baby.
That's it.
Yeah,
Midnight Blue.
Yeah, I wrecked it. It didn't last long.
Yeah.
What about the seat covers?
Oh, they was fuzzy like shag carpet.
First car.
Most Cougars have the shag carpet.
Yeah. First car I ever heard AC/DC in. That's when I fell in love. You shook me all night long. That was it. Me and
Pioneer
Slim.
6x9s, baby.
I rode in a slammed S10 with a gangsta at the top of the list. It went something like this.
Yeah. It was that, what'd you say?
Down the streets in my 6. It was my brother-in-law, Sam.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he had a pink. It was a black S10 with pink everything. Hot pink was in 91.
That's about right.
Yeah. I wouldn't know.
Right out of the late 80s. That's popular.
Yeah.
Baby blue, too.
Bam.
So, never drove a Cougar. Been rode by a few.
Actually, our mom had one.
Oh, I didn't know where that one was going.
Hey, actually, me and you have something in common there, because I have 2 now. So,
my pony. Best show I ain't never paid for.
Yeah. It was I made it worthwhile, didn't I?
I supported it. I was rooting for it. I had some popcorn and
I went in with it all the way. I wasn't going to back out.
No, you didn't actually. You still had your clothes on.
Yeah, that's true. That could have been changed if it hadn't been for you.
Easy on the names around here. We were being supportive. I thought we were just sitting there catching up. And okay. So diehard wrestling fan still to date.
No.
Not as hard, but I do watch.
No.
You too. Everybody that comes on the show, but you, man.
No, Slim.
I got an older guy I work with. He watches religiously. So it's like Tuesday morning is the Dale Raw report, and Wednesday is the SmackDown Live report. And I had to start watching it again just so I could talk with Dale about it. And I mean, it's real. I mean, storylines.
Hey, okay. Do you remember this?
I'd have told Dale,
hey,
buddy, I've got somebody else to talk to.
I can tell you something. I've watched it since I was 3 years old. My first memory was Hogan slamming Andre when I was 3. I mean, I remember it still to this day. And my dad had this store in North Springs, rented VHS tapes. I watched Survivor Series 91 a million times. But do y'all remember on Tosh.0 about 10 years ago?
It's still real to me, damn it.
When I went to Rome, Georgia and helped my friend Chad set up at his convention, the It's Still Real to Me guy was walking around in a Tosh.0 shirt and jogging pants, and I couldn't even look at him.
You didn't get a picture with him?
No,
I mean, that would have been the first thing I thought.
That'd have been a typical DK move, right?
I mean, that's Twitter worthy for sure.
I just want to thank each and
Oh, yeah. Winner.
all you've done to your bodies. It's still real to me, damn it! Thank you, guys.
Thank y'all.
You're awesome.
Y'all are awesome.
Thank you so much for saying what needed to be said.
Thank you for the spray tans and the cocaine and the steroids that keeping your fanny packs and the Zubaz pants. Thank you, God, Ultimate Warrior.
Yeah.
It's still real to me, damn it.
But he walked around with the Tosh.0 shirt just going. I was like,
Is it still real? He's waiting on you to sling him off the ropes and give him a clothesline.
Oh, this guy got so famous that he got to go on DDP Yoga's website and review the resurrection of Jake the Snake.
oh, wow.
Bam.
Stone Cold's doing the DDP.
It's not.
Yeah.
He didn't get a name though.
Let's make fun of him, though, because he's got 91,000 views, and this is going to have 12 by the time we check it next week.
Well, we can always punch up.
I can watch it twice if you'd like.
He did not get a name. He only got the "It's still real to me, damn it" guy.
And that's what I want. You know, if his name's probably Harold Evans or something.
Hey, I'm gonna go ahead and tell you something else. That was a long time ago. Because look how old this cat is.
I just want to thank each and every one.
Oh, I can't watch it again.
Oh my God.
I can't watch it again.
He bewildered millions.
Look at
I love wrestling at the county fair. That and the poke salad's the only time I come out of my house.
He's wearing his sleeves on his shirt. He didn't go to the poke salad.
his hair said "see ya" too over 9 years.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
Look at this.
That's weird because he wasn't. I didn't think he was bald at the convention the other day.
He's bald as hell right there.
Maybe that's his dad.
David Wills is his name.
That's a little bit better than John Smith.
Yeah. It's a little bit better than the "It's still real to me, damn it" guy.
So some pretty interesting stuff. You want to talk to me more about wrestling? We'll come around to it. I'm sure. I'm sure we'll come around. I got some questions wrote down for it actually, just because at this point, we can have the Pope on. I'm asking about wrestling just to mess with Lucas
because he asked everybody about wrestling,
and even the ones I don't bring it up somehow.
I know that's the weirdest shit ever. I'll be sitting here thinking. One guest that didn't talk about wrestling, and that they'll go, "Hey, y'all want to talk about wrestling for a minute?" I'll be like, "I'll be son."
But you know what's funny? In season 1, it was like nothing.
No wrestling whatsoever.
No wrestling. Season 2's come back hard with like everybody. Andrew Pope talked more wrestling than did country music.
I was as surprised at that as anybody was, I follow him on Twitter.
And he wanted to keep on going too.
Yeah,
about wrestling.
Andrew Pope wasn't done with wrestling.
Mary Spar was the same way.
Yeah, I don't get it.
I'll just say Elias is my favorite right now. Who wants to walk with Elias?
I mean, after 2001, I was done.
Ronda Rousey's my
You've
favorite.
been done a long time.
Wrestling, Alexa Bliss is my favorite. Wrestling kind of falls in that basketball category. The same people that are telling you they never watched basketball since Jordan say they hadn't watched wrestling since Stone Cold. And speaking of Stone Cold Steve Austin, the worst news at the internet today. What? Let me clear my throat. Stone Cold Steve Austin has given up cold beer. Bud Light.
Can he really be stone cold if he
better be back to
cold
being
beer?
He better be back to being Stunning Steve.
Yeah.
If anything.
What did they rewrite Austin 316? That's what I want to know, because if he's not drinking cold beer, he didn't just whip my ass.
He didn't, but he's given up.
He said the NIV version.
He said, "My eating program is going fantastic. I'm sticking to my exact macros." I've had 0 alcohol right at 14 days now. No alcohol, and when you hit the weights on a consistent basis and you eat what you're supposed to, it's amazing the difference that you can make.
Lucas just became a Stone Cold fan all over again. Can we talk wrestling now?
Yeah, go ahead.
How about this? How about this?
Speaking of basketball and Stone Cold, did you see Damian Lillard dressing up as Stone Cold? I mean, he pulled it off too.
Who looked better was old Summer Rae remember Summer Rae, the blonde from years ago? See,
I was a Stacy.
I thought that was a shampoo.
Oh, I love her.
Stacy Keebler was it.
Lillard did a good job. So let's talk about KK, Caleb Raymond. He was the button pusher as a kid. Had a hand in the mouse trap. I believe that.
Yeah, no, yeah.
Can I tell that story?
Scared the crap out of me.
That's why you're here.
That's the best button pusher story on Caleb. He was young, maybe not even 4 or 5 years old, just old enough to get into stuff he shouldn't. And it was cold, and our grandparents wood stove and the space heater kind of people.
Yeah.
So they cleaned out everything and put space heaters, strategically in different spots. And behind one specific space heater, they had a mouse trap. And we were all there, because my grandma cooks supper, and everybody comes over and eats. She's a really good cook. And we were all there. Yeah, she's really good. We would definitely invite y'all out.
Right.
Come try it out. Sunday morning breakfast.
My friend Sydney Middleton from Tutco said she's even been out there for a Sydney Middleton.
Sure.
Had to be with Jordan.
Yeah, probably with Jordan.
I don't know. She said she knew
the baller shot
she's
caller.
friends with Casey, I think.
Oh, yeah.
Blonde-headed?
Okay.
Yeah. Talks a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think she's been at my house.
Yeah.
Better not let me hear this.
Not his house, maybe the parents' house.
All right.
Anyways, Caleb gets this look in his eyes, and I see him from the living room.
How old is he?
He's little, 4 or 5, maybe.
All right. Bigger than you already then.
Oh, yeah, obviously. I mean, look at him. He's 6'2". He's the tallest one out of all of us. But he's staring over the space heater, and he's got this look in his eye like he just really wants to grab a hold of that thing and see what it's made of.
Yeah.
And I told him, of course, I'm 4 years older than him. I was the
instigator.
Yeah, no, not the instigator. I was the
big
voice of reason.
Yeah, don't do that. That's
several stories where he's been the voice of reason that
I
didn't listen to the voice of reason.
And I told him, I said, Caleb, don't touch that.
Right.
It's gonna hurt you.
Yeah.
So, amen to that. But I said, don't touch that. It'll hurt you if you get a hold of it. And we kind of just everybody turned around, got back to doing what they were doing. And then all of a sudden,
bam,
you hear it.
Yeah.
And there's a 2 or 3 second pause, and everybody's looking back. Caleb's got that mousetrap. He just swiping it wouldn't come off. It wouldn't come off for nothing.
Pulling the Tom and Jerry out there.
Yeah. And that is the perfect story for Caleb's childhood.
Yeah.
He was I'm going to see which buttons I can push just to get you out of your comfort zone. And
I can still push him.
Yeah.
It actually gets better,
really
I feel like, when you go down the list here. Wanted to be Allen Iverson. Even wore the finger band when he played at Dodson's Branch. What, the arm sleeve wasn't allowed?
No.
Did you have cornrows?
No, I didn't have the headband, though.
You had cornrows.
Oh, Jordan.
Yes.
Oh, my God.
Jordan had the cornrows.
Okay, yeah, that was Jordan. Jordan did have cornrows.
The innocent one had cornrows. Makes sense.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I didn't have no cornrows.
Did you go to practice?
No.
Not to game.
No.
Not to game.
We're talking about practice.
Talking about practice.
We're talking about practice.
Did you go to practice?
Come on, kid. We're talking about practice.
You wore a finger band, really?
I mean, yeah, it's the I3. They was selling real big back then.
Somebody did have a sleeve.
Yeah,
Jordan always wore the sleeve. He wore the sleeve in high school.
Yeah.
What was it about Iverson that you liked?
I don't know.
Criminal record?
Besides, obviously, your looks.
He was hot at the time. I mean, to me, whenever I was growing up, that was Michael Jordan was gone. It was Allen Iverson or Kobe Bryant, and I kind of leaned towards Allen Iverson whenever I played. But now that I go back and look at it, I definitely think Kobe Bryant was far superior than Allen Iverson.
Oh, yeah.
Well, I mean,
not pound for pound, size wise.
Yeah,
you put Allen Iverson. I liked about him most because he was
a little guy.
6 foot tall.
Yeah.
He was out there balling.
You
with
put Allen
6'8".
Iverson in a 6'6" frame, and he's passing up Michael Jordan.
He still ain't playing defense.
Hot take.
I would say
he can go to practice either.
I doubt that, but I mean he'd be pretty good.
Yeah, I mean he was still good at his own stature. So
at 6'6", he still wasn't running the ball back down the court.
Well, they had Eric Snow for that.
I tell you how good Iverson was.
Don't give us no daggum Shaq story about Allen Iverson.
I'm not. That's not where I was going.
I guarantee you that's where I was going.
We're talking about the answer here.
The 2001 finals, he led a team, Dikembe Mutombo notwithstanding, because he was a 4-time Defensive Player of the Year. More on that later.
Shaq.
Then he took George Lynch, Tyrone Hill's ugly ass. They sell Tyrone Hill masks for Halloween. He's so damn ugly. George Lynch, Eric Snow,
Eric McKee,
Todd McCullough. Bunch of bums. I mean, one of the worst finals teams probably in the history. And everybody's like, oh man, Philly's going to do something. Then they run into the very best record-wise playoff team in the history of the NBA, the 2001 Los Angeles Lakers. So you're damn right you brought that up. I didn't. I wasn't even going to talk about Shaq. And then he said, you want to challenge me? Okay. Treat me like a game of checkers and play me 4-time Defensive Player of the Year. No flopping. I tell you what I do to shot blockers. I put it in their face. I put the elbow right in their face.
And he busted his lip.
Damn right. Then he got that second ring.
I mean, but it was Shaq against Mutombo.
35 points a game.
Yeah.
Anyway.
I mean, that's...
Hey, right here.
Allen Iverson sucks.
The Allen Iverson Michael Jordan comparison. Look right here.
Yeah, it's been showed several times on Twitter.
Yeah.
I've retweeted it several times on Twitter.
Check this out. 1997, Allen Iverson versus Michael Jordan.
Put him on skates right here.
Everybody's ready for that showdown.
Here it comes.
Bam.
What is it?
Where are you going, Michael? Bam.
That's a little overrated because Michael's still about to come back and block the shot.
Well, still about is the
he's
is the
got
thing.
That's nice.
He has a documentary out on Netflix right now.
Allen Iverson.
If you haven't seen it,
I pass by it a lot.
It's good. You should watch it.
You should do a crossover, DK.
You're probably just still mad that he stepped over Tyronn Lue after draining one in his eye.
Then they won 4 games in a row, won the championship. So not really.
No big deal.
But no big deal. Iverson was. I liked Iverson.
While we're on basketball,
Yeah.
we had this stray chicken showed up at the house one time.
Oh my gosh.
What in the blue hell does that do with basketball?
Well, hey, it's on your list.
This chicken just showed up. You know, you get stray dogs.
It is. This is the reason I only eat chicken now.
We get a stray chicken in the branch
Rooster.
at the Willis Martin house.
Didn't have a tag on it. Nobody claimed it.
Nope.
No call.
Well,
Right, okay.
We had the old basketball goal in the back where we played. Had this purple and yellow.
Yeah, that's what's up.
It was a Lakers ball, and I actually think it had Magic Johnson on it. It was a Magic Johnson ball.
I don't remember the ball, but I remember the story.
Was it slowly dying?
The ball was purple and yellow, that's for sure.
It didn't cover up when we played it.
And this chicken would get up on this ball and walk on it and roll this ball around in the backyard. Well, that was that chicken's ball. We weren't allowed to play with that ball.
Yeah.
Time to push the chicken's button.
Listen here, he just can't let stuff go. He's just got to keep irritating this chicken.
Button pusher.
And we're all around.
Classic.
Neighbors pulled up. He's talking to Dad. We're all around there. Here comes Caleb running around the house. He's holding his arm. He moves it. And that chicken has spurred him in the arm because he's trying to get this ball away from his chicken. Now this chicken eats dog food. We don't have chicken feed. We ain't got no chickens. So he eats the dog food. Dog lays there and lets the chicken eat. My dad said when he starts running cars, we're going to do something, boys. So we let the chicken go.
Yeah, I got crossed up by a rooster out in the backyard.
Just so happened that the guy talking to Dad after it spurred Caleb, he had chickens. He come that night with a feed sack. And chickens on roost on top of Mom's van.
Yeah.
He took it home with him. We never seen it again.
Chicken napper.
Never have like chicken sense except for when I'm eating them.
Damn
It's
chicken napper.
funny too because you see those chicken videos.
And they always
chasing
tag
kids.
me in 'em.
We will tag him in those every single time.
Blake noted here that you also had some killer glasses and that you and Jordan were the pretty boys, thick hair and the pretty smiles.
Well, yeah, look at us now.
Lady,
Nothing's changed.
Now I give you that. Hell,
Bam.
look at him.
Yeah, me and Slim didn't get that nice luscious lock. We're
I got
thin
that
hair.
big forehead.
Yeah, we're thin hair all the way.
Yeah, I got a
baby.
5 head happening right now. I don't.
Waylon calls me egghead every time I take a picture with a hat on.
Egghead Hetty.
I know it.
So anyway, I was completely overlooked the fact that the killer glasses though I'm curious about.
It was just I'm guessing he was just talking about my regular seeing glasses whenever I couldn't see. I mean, picking on somebody because they have glasses is That's bullying. I mean,
you could bully back then.
It's socially acceptable.
Everybody wasn't so sensitive then.
Yeah.
Did you have Recco specs when you played ball?
No.
He actually wore just regular glasses. He didn't even wear the strap or anything.
That's hardcore.
That is hardcore.
You're wearing them regular glasses.
You had the flex fit though.
Yeah, he wore them in his helmet, football, and everything.
Well, that's the nerd. That's stupid.
Hey, you're talking to the 7-1A.
I will have to say
region MVP right here.
And he what Derek Loftus said.
Well. Anytime Derek
I will have to say this.
Have a conversation, we'll talk about it.
Whenever I went from glasses to contacts was actually kind of a Salina story. We always played our Pee Wee championship games at the old Salina field. And so the first time that I got contacts was that Saturday morning. We were going to play for the Pee Wee championship. And so we rolled into Walmart. I done got fitted for them. I just had to pick them up. Picked them up. They showed me how to put them in. First time ever wearing contacts, go in. We lost to Salina for the championship. We got second place.
Contacts fault.
That never happens.
Contacts fault.
Speaking of never happened story, before we get any farther, the story that he's got about coming to Hermitage Springs is probably one that I would never believe in a million years, about him getting absolutely run out
of Hermitage Springs
by the baseball team.
What? We're not even like that in Hermitage Springs.
Hermitage Springs baseball team.
What year would that have been?
2001.
01?
Junior years.
That's disappointing.
Springs is a basketball town.
I've always said Hermitage Springs, we never fought with each other. We never.
It wasn't a fight. No fight.
No fight. Y'all just beat us down.
They
sent us
beat
back
them
to JK.
like a drum.
Oh, so nobody actually ran you out of town.
No,
They said, get your ass.
Well,
I mean, they got beat that bad.
You sent us home feeling bad.
No, I didn't. Maybe he did.
I was on the bench.
I didn't even play T-ball.
I was on the bench.
I was on the bench too, so it didn't hurt me as bad.
I mean, I was
snorting the cocaine.
I was over there on the sidelines.
Well, all I know is we came up here. It was early in the season. I didn't play my freshman, junior, or sophomore year, and I played my junior, so I didn't get to play much because I didn't play. So we come up, we're playing at Hermitage Springs. Only other time I ever been here.
Yeah,
in the sewer.
And
out in the crab
so we're playing
the crawdad field.
Man, you're just hitting every single thing. I mean, you throw it towards the sun,
Somebody's
getting a rip.
Yeah.
And y'all got all these chants, all these cheers. We're over here. Our coach is dogging us, telling us, how this is ridiculous.
Y'all are getting beat by Hermitage Springs.
What they really mean is they were playing the softball team, so they were doing chants.
And, I mean, it's one of them games, you just like, every pitch was somebody's on base.
Let's see it.
So that was Casey Hagan, Darren Cherry.
Yeah, Casey Hagan, Darren Cherry.
Brent Duffer, probably.
Daniel Hatcher.
That's some athletes now.
Yeah.
So we just named some athletes.
They had good athletes too.
Name me two.
But we didn't play.
Andy Elkins was a really good baseball player in high school. Who all was on your?
I said name me some athletes.
Well,
just kidding. I wouldn't know Andy Elkins who walked in this building right now.
I mean, he had the interception record before Derek Loftus broke it.
Devin Sullivan.
Devin Sullivan was a good baseball player.
I heard of him. Do know him?
I don't know. I don't want to go through all of it. It's a sad time.
It is sad time. Also, that was the last game anybody hit anything at Hermitage Springs, probably.
I do remember thinking, those kids are having fun over there. I'm sitting on this bench. We're all down in the dumps.
Probably the first game they won in 6 years.
Y'all got the fence, like the dugout. We were sitting in the dugout, but you got that big chain link fence over.
Yeah.
Y'all are over there climbing on the fence inside the dugout.
They were high. They were high.
Opioids.
Before Salina had the opioid problem, it was Hermitage Springs.
It looks like mankind in the hell in the cell. I mean,
it took 15 years for them to figure out they had an opioid problem.
The crowd's going crazy. So after the game,
also on pills.
I'm talking to my mom, and I was like, man, they were like yelling, hollering, had these chants. They was having a good time over there, just beating up on us. I mean, we scored a lot of runs too, but it just outscored us.
Right.
Kind of like watching the Chiefs this year.
My Hermitage Springs baseball experience was nothing like that.
No, I wouldn't think so. That's the only one of those I've ever heard.
When we came up here to play y'all,
Did we have to get some of your players to make our team to 9 players?
No, actually, you had 9, which was surprising to me.
Yeah.
Actually, I think you had 10 because you had an extra pitcher.
Right.
And I was the only person on our team that didn't hit a home run. I did not get out that game, but I
laid down a sweet bunt, though, didn't you?
Anyway, you can get on when you're up like 25.
About that short game.
Yeah.
But my mom's like,
couch pulls out,
she's like, not only was the team yelling, she's like, I was kind of scared in the bleachers because everybody sits together, both teams.
Yeah.
She's like, them parents, they just as rowdy as them kids was.
Again,
Didn't have near as many teeth, though.
Yeah. That's funny. I got an award in 2003. I'd been to the baseball banquet every year. Never got anything. I wasn't very good at baseball. Played since I was 4. Never good at it. Connie Wayne Delahaye, God rest his soul, said, this last award I want to give out. He said, giving it out for a couple reasons. One, as long as he's played for me, he's never had an award. And 2, this year he actually looked like something clicked, and he looked like he realized we were actually playing baseball out there this year.
Well, congratulations.
And he said, so Lucas, here's your award, most improved player. It only took you 6 years to get it for playing under me. I said, okay, all right.
Delahaye throwing some shade.
He was throwing some shade at it, but he was right.
The only thing
I knocked James Hatcher out in my junior year.
Best thing you done right there.
Yeah.
How good did that feel?
Well, it didn't feel good because I did it with my head. We went head to head.
That doesn't surprise me.
Head to head in the outfield, laid him out. I got the ball, threw it in. James was out cold.
I give James a lot of crap, but he's a really good athlete.
Yeah.
I mean, he's.
You don't believe him? Just ask him.
I mean, he'll tell you for sure, but
He
I'll
is
back
good
him on some of the stuff.
Yeah.
We had a really good intramural basketball team.
I would say he played some
I'm
basketball.
gonna lay off on James because he said that he talked when we started this podcast. We said that James talks about himself and tell you how good he is. He's like, this comes to assholes that sit around for an hour, talk about each other and their lives, and expect us to listen. I'm like, that's a good point, James.
Yeah. James is my first roommate in college. Me and James moved in together.
Bless your heart.
Yeah.
He didn't have the fun we had.
No, he sure did not.
He missed out.
He missed
for
out
2 weeks.
a lot. Yeah. Well, the fun lasted a lot longer. Mine just changed to what was happening.
Yeah, you're just more supervised.
Yeah.
Do you remember the time? And I just now clicked. Do you remember the time? And I won't say whose vehicle it was, but
went off road and I had to jack it up and fix a hole in the gas tank.
No, not that one.
Oh.
But the other time we were coming back from Cotton Eye Joe's and one of the apartments we might have lived in got a little off-roading too and tore up the whole hillside of that apartment. And the old vehicle was muddy from top to bottom when the apartment come by the next day looking to press charges. and they were like asking people to narc on somebody else. And they're like, we'll give you a free month rent.
Oh, geez.
The old vehicle out there is just covered in mud.
Yeah,
I mean,
I don't remember
it's
it.
a Clay County tag. They could have just went to see their mom and dad.
It was actually a Knox County tag.
Oh, well, that makes it even better.
Oh yeah, yeah, I do remember.
And then
I do remember the night that the cops showed up because that there was mud on the 2-story at the roof of the 2-story apartments that was beside of us. There was mud at the top, all the way to the top up on the roof, and there was an old truck sitting down at the end that had done it. And the cops knocked on the door, and I happened to answer, and the cop said, can you tell me whose vehicle that is? And I said, no, I don't know whose it is, which was a fib. And the guy whose truck it was walked over there, and I said, hey, man, do you know whose truck that is down there? They're looking for somebody. And he goes, what are they driving? And pointed to it. He goes, I ain't never seen them. What have they done, officer? He said, it's somebody that's got National Guard tags on, and they seem to have spun in the mud down here and slung it all the way up. He said, I don't know who they are, but if I catch them, I'll send them your way, officer.
Classic.
And that's one of my best friends in my entire life. And
I'll send them your way, officer.
That same guy
said, just make sure it don't happen again.
That same guy, maybe after that apartment party, drove home in that said Bronco.
Yeah, I didn't say Bronco.
Oh, it was a 1979 blue Bronco. And,
National Guard tag.
he just happened to have a guy hanging out the back
that fell off the back.
There was a guy that may or may not have been going through Gainesboro with no top on this Bronco with a keg. They stole the rest of my keg, and a guy standing up feeding himself.
Sipping out of the tap.
Which is surprising. I'm surprised he didn't get stopped by buckwheat down there because I'm sure he wanted to drink.
Oh, let's get back to the notes here and see where we're at on these Allen boys. Well, how is it, guys? Taking a break here from what I'm looking. It's You're finally here at the Mecca. You're here. Yeah. You're here in Herman Springs.
I feel like I've made it.
The 1-lane road quad.
Hey, how much of a step up is this from Dustin's table in his kitchen?
Actually, a lot.
Yeah.
I really like this area.
That ain't bad, is it?
It's pretty nice, and the sign over there is top notch.
What about that?
Yeah.
Yeah, I got the American flag, Hickman Engineering.
That's probably my favorite, by the way.
The American flag. That's pretty cool.
That's the real deal. I don't know if you
like
and then my colonial flag up here, just a little reminder.
I don't know if you looked at that or not, but
it's not cute. That's right. Not cocky. It's just better.
Yeah.
Well, you two. Now Blake's told me all kind of stuff. Let's talk some Blake stories here. I know we got something.
They probably don't have a whole lot on me.
Captain America. There's got to be a story on Captain America somewhere. Mr. Hulk Hands himself has got to have a story on it.
I actually brought that with me, but I didn't bring it in.
The Hulk Hands or the Captain America or the
Hulk Hands.
Oh, okay.
I'll actually start out. If you ever get married, and he's in your wedding,
praise the Lord.
Your pictures are going to be jacked up. I don't know. Any of your pictures any good, Kevin?
No.
Mine ain't.
And my wife will tell you about it.
I mean, you got to tell him, take that American flag bandana off. We're taking pictures over here. He got his butt stuck out like he's
giving duck lips.
You name it.
Well, which he wouldn't understand this because he doesn't get in relationships. But whenever you have a wedding,
long standing right here,
you pay a lot of money for a photographer.
Yeah, you sure do.
And so you kind of want those pictures to be halfway decent
at least.
Yeah. So whenever you show people, they're like, "What's wrong with that guy?" That's the time I have to be like,
"Tell him I'm retarded."
He's over there on the corner with his hands under his chin.
Yeah, I'm like, well, see, we have to keep that bandana on to cover up his scars. It's bad. I mean, he usually has to wear a helmet, but it's okay. And it's. We have to do stuff like that, but the photographers are real expensive, and I don't think he understands.
I get nervous. I mean, that's.
No. Blake never gets nervous. But listen to this. A few months later, you look at his best friend's wedding photos.
This the same.
He's the best looking one in them.
Oh,
closest
smiling, tuxedo. I'm talking. You're like, whenever you see Blake, you're like, that's a good looking young man. But whenever you look at him in mine, you're like, there's something wrong with that boy.
He's a little slow.
I was out of my comfort zone.
That's my brother. You just got to look over there.
You think you'd be more comfortable when you're brothers
in a field that we've owned for 20 years,
yeah, where he built his house, and
right.
I don't know. It felt right.
I mean, it was hot on my wedding. It was extremely
hottest
hot.
day ever.
I bet you go to some sorry ass tuxedo shop in Spencer that sells you a bunch of ragged ass stuff that don't fit.
J.C. Penney's.
I went to the men's warehouse.
Yeah, we just wore tie. We had a dress shirt and tie.
We got our
Yeah, we didn't even go to tuxedo.
Jane's.
Shout out to the tuxedo company that ruined last weekend's wedding I was in by not fitting anybody properly. Lovely.
Is she coming to you to reimburse or what? All right.
I'm done with it.
We didn't get the end of it.
I've washed my hands of this whole wedding. But Eric's one of my best friends. I'm happy for him. That tuxedo sucked, top to bottom.
By the way, it was a little refreshing to know that was who you was with at Top Golf when I told you thanks for the invite.
Yeah,
for the bachelor party.
It was a bachelor party.
Yeah, I was.
You have to get invited to those.
Yeah.
The weirdest.
Says who?
The weirdest tux I ever had.
Yeah, I don't think that's true.
Lucas put me in the Marshmallow Man from
Bright
Ghostbusters.
Bright white.
Bright white.
Now, in my defense, they weren't white.
Google Tupac.
Whenever I went and got them.
Oh, really?
Whenever I went and picked them out.
Were they lavender?
No, yeah, they were bright pink. Whenever I went and got them, they were actually brown. They were supposed to be brown. And then whenever we went and picked them up, they were white. So,
They forgot they washed them in bleach.
Yeah, so we just have white tuxedos, I guess.
Yeah, Google, I ain't mad at you Tupac video. That's what we were wearing, basically.
Just no tails.
Our cousin's got him in a poster in that white tuxedo.
I can't, like the other, now Godwin, he put us in some nice suits. And there was some nice brown that were actually brown, tan suits. I'm like, I would buy this. Like, I would wear this somewhere else. Church, maybe. A baby shower. I'd probably wear that.
Brad Crowder's wedding, the tux that I had in there, I actually wanted to buy it.
Yeah. Brad Cragged, me and him both blue, everything. So he had me in one. AJ, his brother, however, hey, we all think about wearing for a wedding. I said, I think we should probably tux us. He goes, I was thinking about maybe some vests and everything. I said, that vest would be cool. I'm trying to save y'all some money. Wear some Wranglers? I said, no, I don't. You didn't see my fat ass in some Wranglers?
Yeah, I ain't wearing no Wranglers.
This is before Dale Jr. made that flex fit. Wrangler.
No, we don't.
Cool.
We don't talk Dale Jr. Wranglers. We talk Brett Favre.
Oh, okay, I'm sorry. And I said, AJ, you're actually not saving me money by this because I'm gonna have to go buy a pair of Wranglers for this. Oh, look good. I said, can I just wear Levi's? American Eagle, maybe. You need to
get them Wranglers.
Wranglers. I went to Macon County Department Store.
Yeah,
the same pair they'd had since 1993, probably.
No, not up there.
With the damn Red Wings, of course.
Yeah, up there. I'd say them Wranglers sell out pretty quick up there at Macon Department Store.
I thought they were the bedazzled with the
jeweled pockets.
Yeah,
not these ones. These are the real deal Holyfield.
Jason Aldean special.
Yeah.
Anything else about the Sherman? About Blake before we?
I still don't know where that came from. I had no idea.
Look in the mirror.
He just threw it out there, man, at Patty's that night. I was like,
I was on opioids. I didn't know.
It was weird. I really had no idea. It took me by surprise. Like, what is he talking about? First, I didn't even get the reference, to be honest with you, the Shermanator, and then it hit me. I'm not a big American Pie. I haven't seen all of them. I've only seen
not even the Naked Mile.
I have seen the Naked Mile.
So you hadn't seen the real ones, but you've seen the straight
right.
video
I haven't
releases
seen from the beginning.
You look nothing like the Shermanator. I'm just kidding you.
Yeah. Well, as we're looking it up, yeah.
I say, hold on. Are you sure he doesn't?
He has way more facial hair than Blake.
Yeah, obviously.
Now.
And he's ginger. You're
not exactly got the damn Scott Baio look here.
Oh, yeah. Spike his hair up.
Spike your hair up real quick. Let me see this.
Obviously, that's not me because I've never worn product in my hair ever.
Yeah, that's Jimmy Campbell, if anybody.
Yeah. Go back.
There he
is. Red shirt.
I don't think it's a stretch.
It's not. It's not out.
I got broad shoulders. I wear it, but
no,
I really didn't understand it at the time.
I don't either. I apologize.
It was.
I'll just say y'all are growing into the same person. Maybe.
If I had his money, I'd be all about it.
Yeah, I'd say he's a thousandaire at least.
Yeah. Probably don't want his drug problem, but I'll take his money.
Yeah.
Le Shermanator.
Yeah, I'm down low. They don't have very many good stories on me.
Don't ever get in a rock fight with him because he aims for the forehead. Yeah.
You put me off a little bit when I first met you. You told me that you'd heard big stories and that I was a legend and you wanted to Monica Lewinsky me.
I had heard between you and Mark Poindexter that y'all were the legends of Clay County.
If Mark Poindexter's a legend, I want to be a degenerate.
That was just that, which really and truly, that was probably, besides the basketball team in Clay County, that was probably the only
most stories that you ever heard.
Well, the only other people I knew from Salina or Hermitage Springs or anybody like that. I didn't even hardly know any of the basketball players that played for Hermitage Springs.
When I get you talking about Mark and you go say, brother.
He's more of a Eric Church impersonator.
At the time, he used to Hulk Hogan on you. Remember that? He used to be like he was like a Hulk Hogan on Tourette's or something. He just pop up to you out of nowhere. I'm like, Mark.
Me and Blake Johnson had a pretty interesting story at his parents' house over there one night. That was a experience.
You and Blake and who? Just
me and Blake. We went up there to watch the fight, and they had just put a new water meter in.
Oh, I was there.
Yeah, and me and Blake Johnson just rolled up, and there was a big empty spot. Pretty much right in front of the garage. We had no idea
that they had just put a water meter.
Had no idea. There was straw there, but cars all around the place. You don't know where to park, so Blake just rolls right up there, parks, gets out,
buried.
No, he didn't bury up. We just rolled in, hanging out, talking to everybody, and then probably about an hour went by, and Pinky's parents come in looking around. He comes right up to Blake Johnson. He says, "You drive that red Dodge out there?" Blake Johnson said, "Yeah."
Yes, sir. He was everything. Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Blake was
yes, sir. I do. Yeah. He said, "Do you know you parked right on that brand new water meter that I just put in?"
How about some caution tape, homie?
Yeah. Blake said, I had
No idea.
He said, well, there's been water shooting out the back of my yard for about the last hour.
Slip and slide.
Just wanting to know how you plan on paying for that.
Oh, shit.
Blake said, I'll reimburse you for anything you need. He said, I honestly didn't know it was an honest mistake. And Pinky's dad pretty much got right with him.
Oh, hell.
He did. I remember that.
And he grabbed me and he said, hey, we got to get out of here.
Yeah. Time to go.
Me and him left. And as far as I can remember, I'm pretty sure Blake went back up there and gave him the money to pay for that water bill.
Huh. I know that Mark was embarrassed, probably. I'm sure about that. Mark's a good dude.
I like
hard
Mark.
time, but now Blake's one of the best top-notch dudes.
Oh yeah,
on the face of the planet,
for sure.
Yes sir, no sir.
Huh?
Blake's a good dude. So, way to make it serious, Blake. Way to bring the tone down. No, I'm just kidding. Well, if we ain't gonna tell no more stories on you, we gotta. Can't wait for Jordan to hear this and. Just know how much you guys have talked him up. He get my old man glasses on here. Perfect kid. Called him a short, fat man when he was a kid. A little concerned about number 3 here. Wanted to be a mommy when he grows up.
Yeah, that was a
mama's boy thing.
Yeah, Sarah. Mom is she cuts hair or used to cut hair on the side. She's a licensed beautician. And
my mom is too.
Yeah, she's got her own little shop. Got all the beauty products in there. Does perms and all that good stuff. And
which one of y'all needs to step your game up
and get a perm?
Somebody needs to bring it back.
That'd be rough.
Most hair I've seen sitting right over here.
Yeah, thin hair don't go good with perms because it falls out after that.
You're the candidate, then, pretty boy.
So Jordan, when he was young, Mom always kind of tucked him under her wing, trying to bring him up to be, the golden child.
Right.
So, just out of the blue one day in the beauty shop, she was cutting hair and he was messing with the beauty products and
makeup.
Yeah. Turned around, said, Mommy, when I grow up, I want to be a mommy.
Well,
and it stuck with him.
Yeah.
Gotta have a dream.
18 years later, here he is. Still living the dream.
Jordan, you do you, buddy.
Hey, you have a problem seeing, you might want to go see him here pretty sure.
That's where I go. Yeah. That's actually where I go.
Oh, you do? He'll charge you double next time.
All right, Mom.
You ain't one of them grandmas giving him phone numbers, are you?
They love him up there. I
need to hook you up with my granddaughter. Yeah. But now, guys, he does have a girlfriend now. Okay, so
he is in love.
Yeah, he is in love.
Well, I'd like to know about what kind of dating lifestyle does the Jordan Allen have? What does he do on a date with his girl?
He's tight.
Oh, he is tight.
He's tight. He goes to Spring Street, buys bologna instead of going out to eat.
Yeah, but that ain't what I'm referencing.
He's want to know about whenever he took his old lady to the drive-in.
Yeah.
So you're talking about young man, 21 years of age.
Yeah.
Pretty little girl taken to the drive-in.
23 now.
Yeah. Well, okay.
Okay, so this is a couple years ago.
Yeah. No. This is this summer. He was 23.
Okay, my bad.
Yeah,
so
I told you 21. He's 23.
Okay, so he's of age.
Yeah.
Plenty of age. He goes to the drive-in theater with his girlfriend.
Yeah.
You always hear stories about what a young man does
at the drive-in.
It
is not.
What all did he have with
him? So he packs a cooler. He packs a cooler. Him and his girlfriend pack this cooler, and they enjoy the movie and what's in the cooler and stuff.
Yeah.
Well, on their way home, they run into a ID checkpoint, and the officer peeks in. And, good evening. Can I check your license? Yeah. Well, he gives him the license. What do you got in the cooler? My little brother is always smiling. Anyways, gets a big smile on his face, and he says, Oreos and milk, you want some? Opens up the cooler. There's a half a gallon of milk, and there's a thing of Oreos there. Oliver says, no, sir, you just go right ahead. You have a nice night.
And said, pussy.
I'm thinking the officer might have wished he did have something other than Oreos and milk, and he struck out.
Which is probably a whole different story from what the ones I have.
So your little
cop asked me what's in the cooler.
Yeah, your little brother legit took Oreos and milk.
Yeah.
On a date to the drive-in.
Okay, he's
cooler.
Oh yeah, the only line he's ever done is a line of Oreos.
Oh, he don't stop at one.
They had a whole rack.
Two.
Yeah. He's telling me this story, and I'm thinking, oh my gosh, why weren't you in jail? And then he's like, yeah, it was Oreos and milk.
You make sure it's the actual Oreos, and make sure if the girl tries to bring Oreos and it's a generic kind, like my wife brings to the grocery store, tell him he's got the wrong one.
DK, listen.
Oreos.
That girl said, look,
double stuff.
I've been trying to get drunk all night, officer. Get me out of here.
Listen, hey.
This dude brought Oreos and milk.
Hey, listen, she's this good. She's this good.
Yeah.
It's real Oreos.
Yeah.
And it's only the reduced fat Oreos.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
We don't eat the fattened stuff.
Ma'am, are you being kidnapped right now?
I told him to bring Kool-Aid jammers.
Yeah. You in this vehicle against your will.
She said, officer, I ain't gonna lie, officer, I come to get drunk and get lucky. We watched a movie and ate some Oreos and milk.
And held hands the entire time.
Hands. He ain't made one move on me.
He probably didn't even go that far, to be honest with you.
It's probably the nicest kid I've ever met, officer.
And no joke, he really is. I mean, he is top notch. Probably the best out of all four of us.
As advertised.
She said, you know any assholes that'll treat me like crap so I can grab on Facebook for the next 6 months about not finding a real man?
Yeah, I don't have anything to post tomorrow morning whenever I go.
How nice is he? How much of a mama's boy is he?
Oh my gosh.
He's just now started back talking my dad.
Yeah.
Just now, 23.
Yeah, it
hit puberty.
I was doing that at 6.
Yeah.
My first words were "shut up, Dad."
Jordan is probably the nicest person you'll ever meet. He'll never have anything bad to say about anyone, possibly. That's his word, possibly.
Well, maybe he can't even commit to it.
He will not. Yeah. He's the most indecisive you'll meet.
He don't want to be wrong. Don't want to tell you wrong.
Yeah.
He's not here tonight because he didn't want to hurt his boss's feelings. Yeah. I mean,
what was going on?
Well, I would say what was happening there.
They closed down today to watch some kind of important video that was going to last all day, and he said it was really important to his boss, and so he couldn't leave early to cut out. That's I mean, you tell me I'm watching a movie at work and I'm out.
Yeah.
I feel a vacation day.
Send it to me in an email, bro.
I'm thinking about down at the branch. They rolled in the big old cart with the big TV strapped on it, VCR.
And by big, it means 27 inch.
Yeah. That's big. That's a big
wide, tall, and width.
What about, did he do anything, did Jordan do anything risky as a child? Like, did he ever go out of the house and, Hank Jr.'s got a line on I'm One of You said, Mama and Jesus are always on your mind when you're about to cross the line. Has he ever been anywhere to where he had to call home and be like, Mama, should I do this?
Oh, yeah.
Set you right up there, kid.
Yeah, for sure. So there's a rope swing down close to where we live. And it's nothing real dangerous, Everybody does a rope swing.
Says the guy jumps off bridges and all the crazy stuff that we don't do.
Well, I mean, we're risky. We go for it.
Went swimming in Del Hollow or wherever while it was generating. There's nothing.
I did do that, and that was probably not the smartest thing I've ever done.
There's a list.
Yeah, long list.
Egyptian scroll here.
Yeah. So Jordan, being the mama's boy that he is, takes his girlfriend at the time down this rope swing, gets down there, calls our mom. Mom, I'm down here at this rope swing. Is it okay for me to swing off of it? I mean, mind you, this is a 17, almost 18-year-old kid.
Lucas is roasting him.
Away from his parents in a secluded area just where young people usually gather.
Yeah.
He calls his mom, wanting to know, can I swing off this rope swing? Of course, our mom, being the worrywart, says,
no.
If you don't think it's safe, Jordan, then you shouldn't do it.
Yeah.
So he says, okay, and hangs up the phone. A few minutes later, Mom calls back to check on him. Did you swing off of it, Jordan?
Oh, Mom.
No, we saw a snake, so we just went back to the car.
Well, that's what everybody.
Hey, that's a legit point right there.
Hey, guarantee you want to talk about snakes? I literally saw John Godwin walk on water trying to get away from a snake at Del Hollow, and he literally. I mean, I've never seen anyone scoot that fast.
I watched Will Jackson shoot a snake from the top of that bank with a Glock 45, Glock 43, whatever. It's a 45 cal handgun. Damn. Him and his sister and Crystal Bazadil was down there swimming, and he's like, snake, get out of the water, get out of the water, get out of the water. Well, they swim the opposite way, and the snake swim this way, and he just pop, pop. And
yeah. Speaking of Will Jackson, a random Facebook message the other day. I had a guy pop up on me, Justin Wells.
Well,
of all people, Justin Wells from formerly Fifth on the Floor. He messaged me, said, "Hey Dustin, do you know Will Jackson?" And I went I was thinking, man, I'm sitting there butt ass naked about to get in the shower. And 6'5", 350-pound bearded Justin Wells is private messaging me. I said, like big Will Jackson, like 6'3", and I said, I don't know, man. Will Jackson, and I do know Will, but it's been so long. He goes, it says you're Facebook friends with him. And I said, yeah, what's up? He's got trailers for sale. Can you find out any details for me? And so I messaged Will, and he sent me back some pictures. And Justin's like, appreciate it, man. It looks a little rough, because he welded out of it. So I just thought that was a weird story when you said that. But now getting back to Jordan, as parents, that's
the kind you want, right?
Yeah, because you want, now that we have kids, we can't think about kids being so.
Nobody wants that guy.
That noise you're listening to on the podcast is all of us looking at Blake right now. So
I'm uncomfortable. I'm gonna stick my butt out.
Hypothetically,
where's my headband?
Hypothetically, if there's ever been any of us five out and about, maybe having too much of a good time, and you sit here and you're driving down on Blue Devil Lane, you think, damn, it's a good looking golf course, and they got demolish it. Did you ever call and say, hey Mom, I'm thinking about doing some donuts on a golf course. What do you think about it?
I know what you're referencing to, but it wasn't the golf course. It was the front yard of the high school.
Where they parked.
And why in the hell did you do that, Slim?
I ain't
never
the same
done
question
donut in my life other than Ralph's.
He's loyal to the end.
No Krispy Kreme around here.
And speaking of Ralph's, our mom actually worked there when they opened up.
What? So what about
Not that far back. She ain't that old.
So what about the high school?
Oh yeah,
we ain't letting that go.
Not a good night for sure. It was bad. It was, there was a little bit of liquid courage going on with that.
Yeah,
he was drunk.
Yeah.
There might be a record of that.
Some people talking in my ear, saying, "Hey, this truck ain't got what you think it
ain't got
does."
nothing. Yeah.
Which it was
Straight
raining.
junk.
Any vehicle in the rain can do
You think
whatever.
that you think that would have been enough for him to be like, I don't have nothing to prove. If it's raining, I'll come back when it's dry.
Yeah.
Was it a man? Was it a girl or a guy?
Both. There was a truck full.
The man will do stuff with girls in the vehicle that you won't do when
the vehicle was full of both genders. And there
how about transgenders?
I don't know how they identified. I didn't ask.
There's two squirrels and a fox skin in the back.
It's 10 years ago. We hadn't got that level yet.
You didn't have to identify back then. You just go for it.
But had it just been me doing the typical donuts in the front yard, wouldn't have been that bad. Had I not hit a septic line, a clean out, that probably would have been a cut and dry situation. But
did Mark Poindexter's dad come out of nowhere?
No, he didn't. I wish he would have, because he probably could have bailed me out of jail. But
you went to jail? Oh, so I wasn't Slim?
I got a clean record, man. I'm the next nicest besides Jordan.
Okay.
True that.
Actually, I'm the only one with a record. So,
hey, excuse me. I think I have the.
He said I got a record too.
Recent. I just got my driver's license back.
All right, enough about the Allens. Let's stroke the ego of the One Lane Road podcast for a little while. Why the hell y'all listen to us? And what? And no, I'm serious. I said I'm serious. What's been y'all's favorite show so far of all the 80 or so?
all of them,
every one of them,
start to finish. The Jeff Mackey one.
All right,
I mean,
you said that before.
That's the top.
What's the new one and the new season?
The last one.
Which was what?
I
can't keep up.
Talking to Jeremy about the skank whores.
That was funny.
I have never laughed so hard in my life.
I was dying today.
The Woody costume, that was pretty good too. I laughed out loud on that.
What?
The Woody costume.
Yeah,
my little boy.
The blowout. I mean,
I literally, because when it came out Monday morning on my way home, I listened to half of it, and then the next Tuesday morning. I finished it off. When I got to the driveway, I was on the last 20 minutes. So I'm like, I'll just sit out here and finish it off. I sat out in my driveway and I laughed until I almost cried. I was laughing so hard, and especially when he said skank whores instead of skateboards. I
was dying.
Lucas said, no. Hold on, Mackie. Hold on. No, he said skateboards. DK said skateboards. He ran with it.
The Vincent Hill one, to me, is the most professional. Yeah,
Lucas killed that shit, didn't he?
Yeah, you guys did.
Hey, I appreciate that. It just happened to fall into my wheelhouse, and he was really good.
Yes, that was as professional as I've seen both of y'all.
I was like, dang, DK's being awful quiet. Lucas hitting all these questions off. What's up?
Yeah. You know why? You want to enlighten them and why I was over here?
I screwed him up. I started it off, and I screwed him up. He walked in.
I got every guest this show's ever had in 2 years.
Yeah. So he comes down. Hey, or he texts me like an hour before, maybe. I don't know.
I have no idea. Yeah, I have no recollection for this show week to week.
No, we didn't have long on this interview. So I come down.
That's right. He messaged us at lunchtime that day.
Yeah. So I come in and I come downstairs and I started looking him up. Right, and I was sitting here and. Damn, this dude's been on Fox, and I was sitting there watching it, and I was listening to him, and then he was going over his stuff, and and I was going through a bunch of his videos, and I thought, shit, this guy's legit. And DK walks in,
calm,
cool, collected like he always is, strolls around, and I thought, I'm gonna go ahead and break this for him. I said, hey man, before you say anything, you're messing with a pro right now. I don't know if you know this or not, but this guy's on Fox News. He's all over the television. I mean, this ain't no joke. This guy's a pro. He does this thing that we're doing. This is what he does.
Yeah.
This is what he does. He goes, okay. And then, so we take off down through the interview. Legit, one point in time, I looked over at Dustin. His mouth was open. He goes like, Go.
Yeah, mess me up.
I screwed him up, and we got done. I said, I messed you up, didn't I? He goes, yeah, I think so, a little bit. And I said, my bad, man. I'm sorry.
It was very well done, and that is one of your definitely top 5, probably top 3.
He was an interesting dude. It's
yeah. I'm excited for the Tim Rohan. I want to know, how he put all that together and the process for that. I think that's going to be interesting.
I so wish he'd have just dropped them all. Just dropped them all and let me have them.
What I wish
week to week, I kind of forget about it the next time. You know what? If I was just sitting listening to them, they're only like 30 minutes. So, I mean, I could sit there and soak them up in a week, I
haven't listened to any of them yet, but I kind of want to wait till I can get the whole thing. Cause
you kind of need to.
Yeah, if I start now and I have to wait, and then I'll miss one, I'll forget what I got in the first one, and I'll forget what I got in the second one. And
that's kind of what I've been doing.
All the way through.
I listened to the first 2, back to back, and then I waited on the third one, and I kind of forgot that it was coming out, and stuff like that. So I'm just going to wait and get the rest of them, and go back and listen to all of it again.
Yeah, and I think the Tim Rohan interview on here will be the icing on the cake for the whole thing on that.
Yeah,
I think so.
Well, I'm going to go with. I wasn't a big listener to start off. I mean, I followed all the Caleb and Blake talking about it. And Derek Woolbright. Derek Woolbright's like a little brother to me.
Right.
Back.
He's actually going to be brought up later on the show, believe it or not.
Back in the day, me and Derek Woolbright used to sit in the gymnasium. I was probably 7th, 8th grade. We sit and talk wrestling every day in school.
So Derek was like 2.
Well,
his mom was
a school teacher, and I rode home with a school teacher. So we was there while they was doing the bus duty.
Okay.
We had a little corner, and I sat over there, and man, that dude, him and his uncle, they watched a lot of wrestling. And Derek had this phone number, and you could call in, and they would give you the scoops on what was.
Are you shitting me? He had Mean Gene's call in.
Well, you'd call. It'd be a recording, and they'd tell you about old Sting. He's easing in there. He's gonna get the belt from Ric Flair this week, or little insight. And we was in it. We was talking it. We talked it, and about every day we sit in there on the floor. And, of course, I went on to high school, and next time I seen Derek, he's all growed up.
Yeah,
he growed up for sure.
Yeah,
and
there's a chance his mom probably whipped his ass because that was like $3.99 a minute. Because Rick used to say, "Son, you ain't gonna call that shit."
It wasn't Mean Gene. It was some other dude. It was like a big old long number. I mean,
it was the Great Value brand. If it was anybody but Mean Gene,
we know how those Oreos taste.
Yeah.
Derek Woolbright is the only person I've ever heard on this podcast that I could not distinguish between his voice and my voice when I went back and tried to do editing.
I'll say that, man, but I didn't see it.
I don't know that I could
well,
differentiate.
Whenever y'all were sitting there and I was having conversations about UT and all that, I went back and tried to edit some of that, and I could not tell whenever he started talking and I quit. It was the craziest thing I'd ever heard.
Y'all think he sounds like him? I don't think so.
Like in general,
not
if we're just
person,
talking,
not in person, but I think whenever he comes over the microphone,
it's different. Yeah, it was different.
You did. Well, I did need one.
But now he's a great guy. I think a lot of there. Fella. But and then finally, one day I was like, man, I'm running out of music. I need to find something new. So I seen somebody talking about the podcast, and I was like, how do I get that? I even asked DK. He's like, I'm not that technical. That's kind of a Lucas question. I was like, well, I don't know Lucas, Right. And so Brian Lee, he hooked me up, told me this app, and I got it. And I've went back and listened to several episodes now. And I mean, the Vincent Hill's great. It's by far, most professional. And I'm telling my wife every time I'm listening to an episode, I'm telling my wife all about it. And you can tell she's like, well,
well, that's the way my wife does.
I don't listen to podcasts. I don't do this. I was like, hey babe, I think you'll really like this.
Right.
So we listened to the Vincent Hill together, and she's a mystery. Right. Shout out Kendra Allen. Love you. You're the greatest thing ever happened to me.
I thought he said she was a mistress for a minute, but that's just what I heard.
That's a negative.
And so we listened.
It's not me, Kendra. Your husband said it.
We listened to this whole Vincent Hill thing, and she's like, dang, that was good. She's like, when's this thing come out? So I get on there, and I was like, oh, look, there's already a couple episodes out. So we listened to every one of them.
Yeah.
Well, we're getting ready for bed. She's early bed. And my phone goes off. And she's like, who's that? I was like, I don't know. Well, then her phone goes off. Who's that? I was like, oh, that's OLR. They've got a new... So this was last week's episode, And she goes, well, can... you gonna listen to it? I was like, she's like, who's the guest? I was like, I think it's Mackey's birthday, and something about him. I'm just reading it, and I'm like, they ain't got no guest. I don't think I'm gonna listen to it if they ain't got no guest. I was like, well, that's the best ones, the stories. And she's like, I don't know. So she didn't listen to last week's episode, but she's gonna listen to this week's episode.
I think the best ones are the storytelling and the back and forth between you two.
It is, man.
I enjoy that because that's what I do. If I were here with y'all, that's what we do. And so I relate to that more than I do the.
To me, it looks legit if you put online that you get a former Titans player, if you got this musician or you got this investigator. It looks legit, but it takes a hell of a lot of pressure knowing what you got to do, and if you're thinking who's going to hear this and all this, but no. When you scumbags are down here, and we know we're just going to be telling stories all night.
Right.
It does make it fun. It makes it
and you don't have to go off your notes, and off of what you got for the week,
Yeah. I mean,
I've got one note here, like we're talking about what we were going to say, and I've got a game that I'm working on that we're going to play with guests and stuff, and I had one note here that says sister wives means something different in Kentucky, and then stuff like that, and just
there's a lot of terms that are different in Kentucky than they are in other places.
Yeah.
So what about you? What's been your favorites?
Honestly, I do want to say on a serious note, thank y'all for doing this because
absolutely, we didn't say thank you.
Yeah, y'all definitely.
This is the month of thanks,
Oh yeah.
Well, by the way, everybody have thanks ready.
I'm not wasting my thankfulness on the podcast. So
okay,
I did mine. I didn't waste it. I put it on there.
Yeah, you did.
I let it rip.
Go ahead.
But I am appreciative that y'all do this because I know y'all thank us, the listeners, week to week, but it really does give us something that we can relate to, like people that we know, and so I appreciate that. But all the ones that I've listened to, they've all been great. I really enjoy the back and forth that y'all do. The guests are good, but sometimes I can understand the pressure of getting a guest in. Y'all can just go off of each other so good that.
Well, you know what the hard part is when you got a guest is, and that's one of the reasons why you don't hear me a lot, is because it's so hard to get a rapport going with a guest, especially when you can't see them talking. So I know when Dustin's about to talk or when he's about to say something or when he's, coming up to a spot where he's lost at a little bit, so I can jump in and know when to get in. But man, if you got somebody on the line that's not here and I can't see them, I don't know what they're doing.
Yeah, it's tough.
So if I start jumping in too much, then it gets in the middle of their conversation. And it's hard
y'all always do a good job whenever y'all have a guest. It's just for me, whenever I'm wanting to listen to the podcast, I'm literally just wanting to listen to y'all too. I mean, I'm not saying don't get any guests. I love the guests. The guests are great. It's just the fact that whenever I'm waiting for that next episode, I know that I'm waiting to listen to DK and Lucas,
right?
And that way, I crack up every time I listen to y'all, and especially whenever I get whenever DK does some of his impressions. Those,
he had a really good suggestion that DK should do an entire show as Clint Fraley.
Oh, it's funny that you said Clint Fraley. Because this one time I was at Bonnaroo. It was like one of the years that I went, and I was just sitting there, and I had like this Hawaiian shirt on because it was Bonnaroo, and then all of a sudden I had like these green sunglasses and I had a Girls Gone Wild hat on. I don't know where I got it. Then all of a sudden I'm just sitting there and I was watching John Fogerty. You heard of John Fogerty. Are you too young?
I'm like 12. I'm like 12.
Are you too young to know who John Fogerty is? And DK, it was hilarious because DK, I didn't tell him to bring anything Gold Bond, and his legs were chapped, and he was walking around all bow-legged, and I was like, hey, bitch, I got some Gold Bond I'll sell you for $10. Anyway, I'm getting off base, but so this reporter from the Tennessean comes up, and he's like, what's up? And I said, what about it? Don't know her. That's what we were saying, Clay County. Don't know her. Anyway, so I didn't know where he's going to come from. I just said, yeah, my name's Fraley, and I'm from Salina. He said, after I looked, are you kidding me? He actually is from the Tennessee, and he's putting my picture in the newspaper. If I'd have knew that he's going to put me in the paper, I'd have told him I was from Union Hill. But I'm not from effing Salina. I don't know. Why does? I got a question. So anyway, hold on a second. Pause. Hold up. Wait. He said, that story come out, it said Clint Fraley from Salina. As he's got holding a powerized fan or motorized little fan to himself. And then I was at Patty's one night and I said, hey, DK, it's going to be funny. I'm going to walk around here and I'm going to ask everybody why they want to party. So he walked up and goes, hey, I'm just wondering, why would anybody want to party? Serious question. Come back and goes, screw that. These people are crying. Tell me they got on drugs and they lost their mom and all this serious shit. I'm like, we're at a party. Why are you being all serious? Straighten up. God, shotgun a beer. Are you fucking serious?
Can you imagine an hour and a half or 2 hours of this?
No, it would never get there.
Yeah, then we throw in Dusty Smith, by God.
Dusty Smith.
Sean, me and Freddie's done better than that. And I said, by God, Sean Fraley, by God. He said, hey, Dust, don't worry about me. And he said, Son, don't worry about you, man. I can't do this all night. I can't do it all day. Sean, what about old Fraley?
Save a little bit for the Fraley stories for later for Slam.
Whew. That may be 3 minutes of stuff that has to get cut out. Fraley will never go for that.
He'd go for that. Just cut it. You can cut the F-bomb out.
There's 2 of them in there.
Oh yeah, cut them both if you need to.
Yeah. No, they're staying.
Well, I didn't know who would listen here. Anyway, oh God, hey, I got a good one about a Mexican girl punching him in the head in the yard of my house, and I've got to tell this. And she wasn't a Mexican; she was an Indian. That's what she told him. So, who's the better athlete? Who's the best athlete of this group? Caleb. Caleb is
for sure. No question.
Oh, before you go on, I just want to say thank y'all for rubbing our asses. We need it every now and again.
You're very welcome.
Y'all deserve it. Nice.
Yeah,
real.
you do. And
I love a good ass
I don't
rubbing.
think we do. I don't think we do enough on social media.
I feel like you do enough.
I feel like my last Facebook post was spot on.
What did it say?
It said, "If you need a good laugh, listen. If you don't, listen anyways. And if you don't listen, then I say to you the same thing Ricky Bobby says to people who don't chew Big Red."
And I agree. 7 letters, 2 words, and I mean them both if you don't listen.
Yeah. So there you go. I felt like that was pretty spot on.
I appreciate that. We appreciate that. And, I feel like other people can step their game up. And that's what pissed me off when we had our break the first time around. Because you guys always did reach out. And a lot of people did reach out, whatever. Then, we had 5 or 6 cats reach out and be like, oh, I'm going to hate to miss the podcast. What do you got better to do? I'm like, really? You listened? Thanks for all the participation when I begged y'all to participate for daily shows. Truth be told, though, I do like his big head son bitch pretty good. And I really contemplated on about doing things on my own for a little bit when we split up because I didn't know if we were ever going to get back together. And I kept telling my wife, I said,
we're going to make out after this, by the way.
I said,
I hope. I don't want to watch, but I hope.
That first night he come back down here, I kissed him on the mouth.
Oh, God.
Yeah. He didn't see the tongue coming, though. I got a slick tongue on me. I got a slick tongue on me.
Is it as big as his head?
Yeah, it is.
Lord.
My tongue.
His tongue is fat.
It ain't that big around.
It's real wide.
But no, in all seriousness.
Cow tongue.
Looks like a kind of a turtle coming in. Go ahead, I'm sorry.
I kiss with my eyes open, too. It's creepy.
He does.
What a freak.
Stare you right in the eye.
But no, I couldn't imagine.
I'll just keep one open.
What we got 25 years of real friendship, and you can't.
About 3 years of non-friendship.
But not really. When?
Whenever you was drawing on my face and
we were 10.
Oh, well, I'm saying.
You took up 2 people's damn spot in the annual because your big ass head.
I was a big target.
But no, I mean, you can't. I couldn't force this genuineness with somebody else, and I was ready. I never wanted to take that long of a break, and you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So
yeah, I've got people that listen to this podcast that wouldn't know you or Lucas if you walked up and said, "Hi, I'm DK." They probably wouldn't even put together that you're DK from the One Lane Road podcast.
that's unfortunate.
Yeah. So. And they say that you guys feed off each other very well.
It's real,
and
man.
especially in the the back and forth where you're telling stories about each other growing up, stuff like that. And
imagine stories we hadn't told.
Exactly.
Oh,
yeah.
shit.
I mean, that's the ones that they want to hear. So
Yeah.
I don't know if you two could ever. If you ever went out on your own, I don't know if I could listen to either one of you by yourself.
You couldn't listen to me.
And done.
No kidding. You sure wouldn't want to listen to me. My topics I've got right here: religion, creationism versus evolution, constitutional liberties, free speech, amendments.
Unsubscribe.
Yeah,
It's a lot of IONs.
Actually, I would probably listen to that just to see if I could prove you wrong.
I'd probably still call you and ask you how your kids doing. I ain't listening to that shit.
He'd let you be a guest.
I don't think it'd be proving me
I got a
wrong.
wild imagination. I'll let it wander every once in a while.
Yeah.
I'm a nice guy. I say stay subscribed, but I just don't listen.
But I wouldn't want to do it to nobody else, man. He keeps me in check because every now and then, Lucas has always been that cat to keep me in check, whether it was finding me in shape that I shouldn't have been in college. Lucas is, I don't know why we're getting this, but he always was the one. Like, looking back at it, Lucas has been the guy that has...
Grey's Anatomy reference, he was your person?
My boxers. Nothing.
What'd you say?
My boxers. Pull up my boxers.
Shut up.
I think
I'm just talking about...
too far there.
That ain't what you think it means either. I mean, I don't know what you thought it meant, but if you took some gay reference out of it, it definitely wasn't a gay reference.
Well, I did hear the bathroom story that y'all had at your house, so...
I just know that Lucas has took care of me a lot of nights where I might have been styling a profile a little too hard, and I've always been the wilder of the two.
Yeah.
Shocker, I know.
Yeah.
But
actually, it is. I would picture Lucas being the guy.
He had his time. Don't let him lie to you. Don't let him sit there and lie to you on this show. Who's the best beer drinker of the group? Boy, it's a landslide.
Yeah, there's no contest there. Actually, at one point there might have been, but not now.
Slim, you one of them, you back into a corner, you still party a little
You know
harder?
that great wife I was talking about?
Yeah.
She saved me.
They'll do that to you, won't
Yeah.
they? Yeah.
And believe
Good
it or
woman.
not, and I don't know who's going to listen to this, but me and Slim weren't very tight growing up.
That happened.
Got that little brother.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was that little nagger. I was 4 years younger than him, just enough to where I was out of the loop.
Can you even say that on this podcast?
What?
I did use the R, so that's pretty bad. But
Pulled from iTunes tomorrow.
so Slim kind of, when he got his driver's license, got a little bit of freedom. He didn't want anything to do with the little brother. He was just kind of a
What year did you graduate?
06.
06, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
you're 8th grader when he graduated.
yeah, which was different for Caleb and Jordan because they're 3 years apart. They got to go to school. They got to play sports together.
Caleb got to drive Jordan to school every day.
They got to comb their hair and shine their big.
They had a lot more in common. They were good looking. Me and Slim just kind of had to wing it.
Well, y'all had sit in common too then.
Yeah. So Slim kind of did his own thing up until I got my driver's license.
I think Slim's a good looking fella, by the way.
We don't call him Stud.
We don't call him Stud for nothing. I mean, he's the real deal. Top notch, top shelf. So
Nice guy. That's all I am. Nice guy.
Good listener.
and he, before we go any farther, the reason why we wear the Allen Farms hats is this guy right here. I mean, he started with a bottle fed calf when he was 14.
I was a little younger than that.
Yeah. He got a bottle fed calf at
$100
silent auction.
$100.
Yeah, and that's where Allen
good
Farms
price.
started at. So, but me and him kind of, after I got my driver's license, reconnected and got a little bit closer. We never really drank beer together ever. So that was kind of a weird thing for me. And then he found Kendra, and they dated for half a century, and then decided to get married, and that was kind of
It was 7 years. That made it legal, so we went ahead and got married. Because after 7 years, go ahead and do it.
That's a pretty good stretch. I got you a little bit, but
yeah. So
I dated my wife for 9 before I popped the question.
But the beer drinker definitely.
I saw an ultrasound for I knew a middle name.
That ain't no joke.
Top that, suckers.
Yeah, I've got a few stories on that one.
Yeah.
From the West Ninth days.
God almighty. Okay, well, so we got to know who our best athlete is. We got our best beer drinker. Now, one thing I like to talk about is, of course, music and sports. I like how I'm trying to be professional with you three, like I'm really.
Come on now.
Oh, we talk. Oh, God, are you serious right now?
Real?
What, dude? Really?
I'm not leaving here.
Hey, I'm sitting at crisscross applesauce in the middle of Saurwood Amphitheater.
You gotta tell
until they
Slim
come
that.
through. Yeah. Well, just go ahead and write some notes down. We'll tell them all.
You're gonna drink them, ain't you?
Yeah. Of course. Yeah. You want your change bag? He just texted me a while ago because his sister.
He said, "Don't talk about me on the podcast."
No, his sister texted me, or his sister put on Facebook today a picture of their army brother, Vance.
Yeah.
It said, "My brother, my hero." And I said, "Is it weird? I have a picture of Clint on my shirt. It says, 'My brother, my hero.'" She said, No, it's not weird at all. And he says, "Not been on Facebook this month. Brandy said something about a shirt and me being your hero." I said, "Just look on your sister's pig of Vance. It'll make sense." He goes, "Well,
Say it in his voice.
yeah." He goes, "Why wouldn't I?" Yeah, I was spending too much time on it. Just give it up. Just say no to November.
I thought that was shaving. No shave.
Oh, well, you ever met me?
Never.
He used to say, yeah, I'm going to give up drinking for 30 days. I'm like, why? He goes, because Lent. I was like, you're Catholic? Oh, you got to be Catholic? I'm just giving it up. And man, you tell me, that son of a gun wants to give up something, man.
If it's anything he puts his mind to, it's happening.
It's nuts.
Yeah.
Nuts.
He's got the strongest will of any person I've ever met.
Which is crazy because he broke down my bedroom door trying to figure out why anybody wasn't partying in my house at 4 o'clock in the
That's
morning.
that iron will that he's got, son. I mean,
He even knocked on the door and I told him I was asleep.
Yeah.
I guess whenever I told him I was asleep, he didn't believe
believe you.
me, so
Yeah.
he came in anyways.
And then the next morning, Godwin said, dude, I'm about to kill your buddy. He's been outside all night with his EDM music playing.
And got the
neighbors
cops
come
called.
out, and the cops called,
Yeah.
and the cops got it, the business. And then, so basically, I'm laying in the bed next morning, just not trying to get up. I hear, boom, 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 boom. I said, "Oh shit, God!" When he's at my door, because he'd already tried to call twice before I could get to my living room. Door knocks in. Hey, are we ready to party? We ready to party? Bag of chicken and 40s, like goddamn ludicrous, rolling up in my living room.
Yeah, he was something else. He was definitely one of the guys you wanted to see roll up if you were having a party.
But now he's, like I said, he's calmed down version, quit all that, and family and kids, and one of my favorite people. Count on two hands, one hand, maybe. Non-family. Faces planet. I love him. I don't give a damn how stubborn he is, how much he's cussed me, and I've cussed him.
DK.
Ain't no sense.
That's what I told Caleb. I said, you don't understand how funny that is because you've never met him. But if you knew him, that would make it that much better.
Some of the faces, man. Just even like somebody I seen somebody cuss him one time. He just went like something he should have been pretty pissed off about, and they're just like, whatever. Quick hit, real quick.
What? One of the funniest stories on here that we'll never be able to tell is spring break. There's two of the funniest stories ever come out of spring break. 2004. I mean, to this day, two of the funniest things I've ever had happen, and one of them happened 30 minutes into getting to Panama City, man. Dying. He's a funny dude.
Maybe we can tell that on something coming up one day.
Yeah. If he's there, maybe.
Oh, my God. If I ever write a book, he's 3 chapters.
All of it.
At least.
Definitely the 3 you want to read, too.
Yeah.
Start the book off with that.
Yeah.
Oh, you want rest of it be picture book for you?
Yeah, for sure. I can't read.
First chapter's going to read.
No, I want y'all to... Oh, go ahead.
No, go ahead.
No, first chapter what?
I said first chapter's going to be, hey. That's all I was going to say. Hey.
Who is y'all's... If y'all could build... Now, this is between the Allen brothers now. If you could build a dream concert of 5 acts, and you can build it. Past, present, living, dead. Y'all get together, team up like you're on Double Dare or something.
Go ahead.
Oh, I'm definitely putting Eric Church on.
I knew that was his. What's yours?
Come back to me. I got to think.
Keith Whitley, definitely for sure.
Boom, boom.
That's 1-2 right there.
I should have just put 3 through 5. Who you got?
Man, Merle is definitely in there. I would take Merle.
Okay, Slim, you got to come with something.
I'm the type of guy I like to see people nobody else knows. If you don't know them, that's who I like.
Ray Scott.
You can't put him on the. You can't put him on the ultimate. You can't put. If you can pick 5. You can see little Ray Scott skanky ass at the bar for $15.
He's one I haven't seen. I want to see, but I always wanted to go see Chris Christopherson, and I do that.
Okay, you can put him on this list.
He's in my list.
I wouldn't let you put Ray Scott's ass on this list. About to kick you out of here. You brought Ray Scott.
I love his stuff.
He is good. I agree. All right, you got to bring one in here.
I'd either do Johnny Cash or George Jones.
Bam, that's my man right there.
George probably the possum.
Jones,
I'm a George Jones. Yeah, George Jones over Johnny Cash.
I mean,
7 days a week.
Keith Whitley's got to be the closer, though. I mean, there's no who would be the opener for that is who I want to know.
Ray Scott. Ray Scott's cleaning the place. He's picking our soul cups up after the show.
I know these 2 guys probably wouldn't say it. I've never seen Shooter in concert.
Tell me you Shooter.
I'm not against it.
Shooter's good.
Yeah.
Shooter's good in concert. The only time Batty's ever been when he was going to that concept rock album 10 years ago. A bunch of people had never seen him, and I took him. That was the wrong time to go see him.
I will say this: the only time that I'd listened to Shooter Jennings, a full album, besides this new one, and then
Electric Rodeo.
What was that? Might have been it. You had it at your house one day.
I got them all, bro.
Well, it was.
I even got the European version and put the O in country.
I cannot remember which one it was.
You and DK want to fight in the parking lot? Who's a super fan?
I finally bought that on vinyl. It cost $75 to buy it on vinyl because it's out of print. Anyway,
but yeah, that's the only time I listened to Shooter Jennings through was that album and then this newest album.
I'm going to tell a story on my wife. Her first ever date. I was hitting her up, and I'm like, hey, I got these tickets to the Nashville Speedway because she's a big race fan, big Dale Jr. fan. He was her man.
Hell yeah, she got a leather jacket.
She's a denim girl.
She's an 8. She's an 8, not an 88.
Oh yeah, hell, I don't even acknowledge 88.
So we go, and the Owen Country just come out. I'm big on it. I'm wearing it out just the whole way down there. That CD over and over and over. Well, guess what? We sit out in the parking lot talking. I'm playing that. Rains the race out. We have to go back on Sunday. Same thing. Over and over and over. About the third date, she goes, you got anything else to listen to? I'm not a real big Shooter fan, and he's getting real old. And she still don't listen to him. That's her loss.
A lot of people tell me that. They're like, I just can't get into him, and I don't understand it. Why? I don't understand why people don't like Shooter. I get some of it, but man, he's got some good stuff. John Godwin says, I love Put Those Back, or 4th of July. He should have stopped right there.
Yeah,
a lot of people think he did.
That's what I was gonna say. Is that's besides this new album, that's about the only good song he's got.
No dinner, no movie, no flowers, no calls, no suit, no tie, no cell phone calls, no promises, popcorn, roller skates, diamond rings, or making cakes, no popcorn.
He ticked me off whenever he done the about the country.
Eric Church,
get out of country.
Well,
kick out of country.
That was just
tell Eric Church quit being a commercial pussy then, and he won't talk about him.
You talking about Outlaw You?
Easy, yeah, you better watch out there. That's Jeremy Mackey 2.0 right there.
You talking about Hey Pretty Boy?
Yeah.
That wasn't about him.
What I mean,
Shooter never mentioned
Outlaw
the word.
You.
Yeah,
Outlaw You,
yeah.
Hey,
Shooter never mentioned who it was about.
No,
I like Shooter Jennings. This is the dumbest video I've ever seen in my entire life of anything.
It's so stupid.
And I watch videos called that my son likes to watch. I watch a Little Baby Bum and Lullabies.
But you know what?
It's the dumbest damn.
Yes, but you know what street he's on? He's on.
I know what street he's on. The one that walks through the middle of all the
Music Row.
Music Row down there. Yeah.
I don't like it. It's a Blake Judd produced.
Blake Judd, you suck.
Oh, I didn't say it, Blake. Not anybody from BCR is listening to this, but.
I feel like he's pretty accurate with some of the lyrics and some of the country artists, though.
Imagine if he was wearing a Fitbit right there. How many steps he'd be getting in right there on this
Imagine
street?
if he was wearing an Affliction T-shirt.
Wonder how many times I had to record that so he could get oxygen.
You know,
about as many times my fat ass did carrying that cooler up from the truck.
That'd be
who walks like this, by the way.
He's angry.
Yeah, he's mad, bro.
What I think,
his dad's
what it looks
Jennings.
like to me is that who's ever driving the camera is just going just a step too fast for him, and he just can't quite keep up with it.
Oh no, they're walking.
He's got an eye on him. Look at that shirt.
Yeah.
I just don't understand why it's Waylon Jennings' son, and now you're dealing in a world where everybody's like Waylon. You know, everybody wants to name drop Waylon in a song, and he never did. He never did in those first few albums. He Slim. He's kind of stayed away from it, and now I mean, when he went broke, there almost like they said in that interview, he kind of come back around to it. You know, like 2012, he said he kind of not. Well, you know, you heard what he said on Rogan.
Yeah.
About that.
Oh,
so
yeah.
I mean,
do you think he was saving that for a crutch though? I mean, he didn't need it in the beginning because I mean everybody knew he was Waylon's son. They never.
Yeah,
maybe he did all of his stuff, and
I think he's a genuine dude. I mean, you know,
I think he put out Coon Kosh and panicked.
I think he needs to be on this podcast.
I don't think. God dang right, Adam T. Barnes.
Yeah. Put him on here. He'll get some followers if he comes
maybe if
on
I
here.
met him, I'd like him better.
You know what's funny about that? You say that, and we're nobodies. We generally acknowledge we're a bunch of damn clowns down here. But I guarantee you, every time I see Jason Eady, Justin Wells, Sam Williams, and a bunch of cats a lot of people didn't know, and that's not saying because they got a great following. But I know a lot of people when I see their Instagram and Twitter. Our followers are liking their stuff.
I had Jason Eady. I knew Jason Eady before he came on here, but Justin Wells, no idea. Would have never known him.
But how'd you know who Jason Eady was?
Stumbled on him.
Okay.
Pandora.
I thought maybe I thought.
No, I stumbled on him a while back. I had a couple of just a few songs. It wasn't anything major. I just had one song I'd heard that I liked, and I ripped it.
What's the hidden song on the Put the O in Country?
Song for You. My Song for You.
That's my favorite.
It's a good one. It's a damn good one.
I ain't listened to it in a long time, but that's my favorite song.
I respect Shooter because at any given time he could roll on that name, but he does put out albums like Black Ribbons, and Black Ribbons 10 years later is a hell of a good record, I think. Countach, but
I remember messaging you when that new one came out, and I was like, DK, you was like, man, I like it. I had to listen to it a couple times.
Countach.
That got the black cover on the CD?
It's got it's the black cover.
You talking about the newest with DRUNK and all that?
No, but when he was going all crazy kind of stuff.
Black Ribbons.
Yes.
Like 10 years ago.
Yes.
Yeah, no. I was about to say, if I ever told you I like Countach, I was bullshitting. trying to be a good Shooter Jennings follower.
And I said, what do you think? And you was like, listen to it a few times. It'll wear on you.
Yeah, Black Ribbons, All This Could Have Been Yours, God Bless Alabama. There's some good tunes on it.
Triskaidekaphobia.
FU I'm Famous. That's not a bad one. All the girls that said I wouldn't make it or something.
It was Countach or whatever. I seen the cover there. That's it. Yeah.
But there's Countach.
2016.
Yeah.
And I went and bought it because DK said, man, listen to it a few times.
No. We were talking about Black. We had it because let me tell you something. Countach made it from North Springs to Del Hollow one stop, and that's the only time it's ever been played in my ever.
Whichever one it was, it's not in my CD collection. I bought it, listened to it a couple times. I was like, man, I just don't like it. So Bubba Chaffin hit me up. He's like, man, you got that new Shooter CD? I was like, yeah, I'll let you borrow it. He's like, all right. So then he's like, what's up with that? And I was like, you can have it, man.
Yeah. Well,
just keep it.
I'm glad he come back around. I'm glad he come home. He's doing that country music now. I'm glad he's doing country music. And what about Tyler Childers just going...
Childers?
Yeah. Cutting his hair off.
No, this is pre...
Yeah, but he's cut it off now, though.
Oh, has he really?
Yeah. I'm going to ask you a different question while Lucas is looking that up. Now, I know, God forbid, we're going to talk about these GAYTORS is in here, but who's your favorite single athlete of all time?
Oh, that's a wide open question right there. I'm pretty objective when it comes to...
Keep it to sports if you don't care.
Well, I mean, I'd have to say Caleb, but... I don't... As far as a complete athlete, man, I mean, the little man, Barry Sanders, just the stuff he could do in his small stature, I'd have to go with Barry Sanders.
Something you don't hear every day.
Yeah.
Santino Marella.
Jesus Christ.
How could you walk down the aisle that way and not be athletic?
Googling people that don't know him.
I mean, right now, this day.
I said of all time, as Santino Morel would say, of all of the times.
All times, all right. That changes it. Because I change with the times.
Don't change it because that's how I asked it originally.
I'd have to go Ken Griffey Jr.
Damn, the prettiest baseballs. I hate baseball with a passion. Y'all know it. But boy, it looks good when he swings that bat.
Baby.
Oh, those cleats. You had to have those cleats, had that swing on them.
Frank Thomas had them coming out that time, too.
I wore the Franks.
Yeah.
Frank Thomas looks like he's drunk at the bar every night. Eating hot dogs.
Now.
I know it. He's banging all of them now.
Even in the bedroom, he's good.
Even in the bedroom.
The big hurt.
Yeah, he's putting some kind of hurt on it.
What about you, kid?
That's tough. Because, I don't know. It's tough on me. I'd probably have to go with Tim Tebow.
I knew somebody. I figured.
I'd have to.
It's a good argument.
Yeah, I mean.
Can you argue against it?
Two-sport athlete.
He is two-sport minor league
pro.
athlete.
I mean, he hasn't made it to the pros yet.
Oh well, I mean, he's sniffing at the door.
I mean, he's doing it. I mean, he
hit
did a
bombs.
complete
I'll tell you what.
transfer.
I'll tell you what. In all seriousness, I was just giving Caleb crap. It is crazy that he's not in the NFL.
If he had did something, if he would have let himself play something besides quarterback,
I agree.
He would still be in the NFL.
Let me tell you something. I see these second string quarterbacks when they injure.
He could be in the NFL.
I'm gonna tell you what. I see this garbage they put out there when guys get injured. Tell me, just like Kaepernick. I mean, whether you like Kaepernick or not, Kaepernick and Tebow both. And it's completely opposite because Kaepernick's got his beliefs and Tebow's.
But they're both for the same reason.
That's exactly right.
They're both blackballed.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Controversial either way. And the difference being...
I don't think there's enough controversy around Tebow is why they won't let him in.
Exactly.
Well, it was kind of swept under the rug.
Yeah.
You know, they didn't want it to...
Yeah, the difference is Kaepernick racial reasons. Tebow, I mean, the religious thing, yes. But I always felt like it's more of a he's such a big star because of who he is.
It overshadows the team.
It overshadows. If you got a half-ass mediocre quarterback, as soon as that guy, if he's starting behind, I don't know, I'm trying to think of a name that's half-ass mediocre. But if you had like a
Eli
Josh
Manning.
Well, I mean, okay,
right now, absolutely.
But if you had like a Josh McCown, that was a crossover stopgap quarterback. Yeah, Fitzpatrick. I did think Fitzpatrick a while ago too.
Magic.
If you got one of those cats and they go out there and they throw one of those 3 interception games, the crowd, because he's a good looking son of a bitch and he's a national champion, he's a Heisman winner, they're going to be starting Tebow, and a lot of markets don't want that.
I mean,
he should be. He's absolutely one of the top 64 quarterbacks.
And I kind of regret being at the 2006 UT Florida game with John Godwin, watching them come out of the locker room. Tebow's the last one out. John gives me his flip phone razor. Says, "Let me get a picture with him." First thing I thought was, "Oh my God, Tim Tebow." So I get a picture with John and Tebow gets on the bus, and I don't even think. I'm so awestruck. I'm like, I didn't even get a picture with Tebow.
The only time that's happened to me, because I'll get them at the airport, is
because you stalk them. See where the flights are.
Yeah, that's why. George Jones. I've told that on podcast before, and I was at somebody gave me a VIP bracelet to go inside the Rippy's private room. I was from here to Slim to George Jones, and I freaked out.
Yeah.
Travis Tritt was a nice consolation. I went and talked to Travis Tritt.
And it wasn't even like that whole team had the
bunch of murderers and thugs.
But they were national champions. I mean, they were all there was NFL athletes all over that team, but Tebow was the guy, and he was a freshman. He was a fourth down quarterback. He came in on 4th and 1, got a first down. That's how they came back and won that game. Eventually went to the national championship, won it all.
That's probably my second favorite Gator of all time, too, Chris Leak.
Chris Leak, undersized quarterback, and he's a record holder in different categories as an undersized quarterback. He's like Drew Brees. Nobody ever really talks about
now with the Gators. Ain't he?
Not anymore.
Not anymore. He was a offensive consultant or wide receivers coach or something like that, but he's not with the team anymore.
And we was talking, and I think y'all probably answered this on some podcasts we've had in the previous. If so, correct me. But best concert y'all have been to? Because I know all y'all have been to concerts. And
that's a pretty easy one for me.
Billy Gilman.
I was going to say Daly and Vincent at Avery Trace, but
I saw
those are the best. Those are great.
They are good. They are really good.
I saw him at the Mexican restaurant, and he's supposed to be coming on here too.
It's I've ate at Helen's beside of him. It's not very often you get to sit beside a Grand Old Opry member and eat all you can eat catfish.
So you really wouldn't know the guy if he was shaking my hand, wouldn't know him.
He's a really good dude and
best voice,
phenomenal singer. He has vocals.
I've heard a picture. I'm a freaking idiot. I heard a video.
Kid Rock song.
Oh my God! I heard him singing under a bridge.
Picture away.
I heard him singing under a bridge one time, floating on a kayak.
That was the judge.
I done a lot of cocaine today. Him and the judge, Tiffany.
Yeah, they're really good friends.
Mm-hmm.
I'll tell you a good Jamie Daly story. I was on second shift and run over to Walmart after work. Gonna get me check out the CD, see if I can find something that nobody else got. And I'm like, that's Jamie Daly standing there. And he was like, I was like, "Are you from Gainesboro?"
Uh-huh.
And he's like, "Yeah, why?" I was like, "Because that's where I'm from." And he's like, "Really?" I was like, "Yeah." So I thought that was you. So I tell him who my grandpa is. He's a mayor. Everybody knows Nathan Judd. And so we get to talking. He's like, "Man, this music's crap." And I'm like, "Well, he's a bluegrass guy, you know."
Right.
He's like, "They don't even have a Conway Twitty CD here." And I was like, "Yeah." I was like, he's like, "I'm on my way back to Nashville. I'm just picking up something to listen to." And I was like, "Have you heard the new Dierks Bentley bluegrass album?" I was like, "It's really good." And he's like, "I haven't." And I ran into him here a while back, and he was asking me how I liked it. And he's like, I hadn't heard it, so I had to tell him, I ain't heard it yet. And I was like, "I got it in the truck,
Yeah.
And he's like, I'm going to see if I can't find some Conway Twitty. he was stuck on that Conway.
He wasn't about no Dierks Bentley, huh?
His dad is actually a really good musician himself, and we used to go to a guy's garage and listen to them play music.
Yeah.
And his dad is a really good singer too, but he's not near as good as Jamie. But Jamie would always kind of pop in just random occasions.
Yeah.
And sing in, just a little garage. And you never really took it all in, knowing how good he was.
Right.
Until he actually hit the scene.
Yeah.
And when he was with Doyle Lawson and him and Barry Scott, and him and Darren Vincent together are great, and they do well together. But him and Barry Scott with Doyle Lawson and the Quicksilver, I don't think there's a better duo.
I'm gonna miss Parker. I always like Parker.
Yeah, well, I mean he's the entertainment.
He's a showman.
Yeah, he's a showman of the band. But to me, with him and Darren together, they make a good concert and they sing well together. But Barry Scott with Doyle Lawson, they had similar voices and they competed against each other. So it always made for a
better
good
show.
And the CD, the best Doyle Lawson CD is I can't think of the name of it off the top of my head. I've got it on my phone. But him and Barry Scott, my favorite song, probably of all time, even above Keith Whitley, is Hard Game of Love.
Yeah.
With him and Barry Scott, and they absolutely kill it. I mean, it's one of those songs that you never forget.
Right.
And that.
Well, I've never heard them sing other than him singing under that bridge. I've never heard one of their songs. Couldn't tell you anything about them. I just know everybody that I've ever heard
and he
say something about them says they're the best he's ever heard.
He does a lot of good gospel. A lot of his gospel music. Yeah,
that's literally what I've heard everybody say.
And man, he's just one of those rare talents. And he came from Gainesboro. I mean,
you're right.
Lived down on Roaring River.
Right.
You never would expect it. He worked at Fleet Guard with Slim.
No, he's there before me.
Well, he worked at Fleet Guard.
Right.
But I've heard a lot of stories about writing songs on shop towels.
Yeah. I mean, there's songs I've heard that he's written in the bathroom at Fleet Guard. Poor Boy Working Blues.
If you love Christmas music, they do have a new Christmas album out.
Daily and Vincent plug right there.
I don't know anybody
that likes Christmas
music.
Hate it with a passion.
It's a good
time of year.
That's a real good stocking stuffer for your mama.
Thanksgiving's the most unappreciated
Chick-fil-A
cards
I know. Are stocking stuffers, not Christmas CD.
Truth be told, I was going to bring y'all some Little Debbie Christmas tree cakes. But
no, I like the hell out of them.
I'd have had that.
Everybody wants to change their mind when we talk about Christmas tree cakes.
You ever had any Thanksgiving cakes? No, I don't think so.
Yeah, because we don't make them. We have fall harvest.
I would say those aren't bad. Taste like pumpkin.
Those aren't bad.
I would like to have a turkey.
Pumpkin spice, everything.
Turkey.
Steve Slim, big ass long name on Allen Facebook. Favorite concert.
Well, I think I shared this with you. We went and seen. It was Thomas Rhett, me and Caleb. It's a Thomas Rhett benefit concert, and Chris Stapleton opened for him.
Ooh, you saved yourself.
Cow tongue. Hey, go ahead.
He's on a bar stool doing an acoustic show, and the dude literally looked like Mackie. Little short bearded guy, and he's yelling out all these songs.
He gonna say,
"Well, yeah, bro,
what's up? You got your boy a Jaeger bomb or what?
Go Red Sox!"
But I mean, he's like, you don't know me now, but you'll know some of my songs. And he starts singing all these songs that you've heard on the radio that other people sing, and you're like, dang, that sounds good.
And hell, he wrote every one of them that's on the radio.
Yeah, and we're legit. We're really standing from here to that wall to him.
Right.
And the whole time he keeps on doing this. And so I nicknamed
him cotton mouth. Yeah.
I nicknamed him Cow Tongue because he's got a tongue. And Slim kept on. He's like, we got to figure out who this guy is. He's good. He's good. And I was like,
me and you had a similar experience like that. We went to Casey Donahue at the Exit Inn, and we got there super early. I think we were actually the first 5 people there. And
that was normal.
We sat down in the back. There was nobody there. We sat down at the tables.
How the hell you gonna get there and you gonna get to sit at a table?
There was nobody there. Nobody. There was nobody up front. The only people there were the people that were working.
Yeah.
Okay.
They opened up the door and we walked in.
Yeah. So we sat down at the table, with our pineapple juice, and this guy comes out by himself with a guitar. It looks like a Willie Nelson raggedy, old guitar. And he says, I'm gonna sing a couple songs for you guys. Hope you don't mind. No big deal. We're thinking it's the opener, and he's some hobo. And he starts playing, and I had my back turned to him. And Kyle Wilson was sitting over here, and Caleb was on this side. And I turned around when he started singing. I was like, man, this guy's
legit.
Actually, not bad at all. And then he started playing some of his own songs, and I was like, this guy's really good. And at the end of when he got done, he's like, I'm Chris Stapleton. Thanks, guys.
Huh.
We need to figure out who that guy is because he's going to be good.
Yeah, now everybody knows who that cat is.
I guarantee you. Yeah. Chris Stapleton, they know.
Justin Timberlake pushed his ass right over the edge.
I paid $15 for that ticket, and I paid...
It was cheap.
$20 for that one. That was for a benefit, and that one was just extra.
Yeah, and how much?
He's asking for a refund right now if you guys didn't get that.
How much did you pay for Stapleton the next time you saw him?
I have not seen Stapleton again.
Well, I'll tell you.
I've seen him several times before he got big, and then I went to Bridgestone. Yeah, it was. My wife paid for it,
and he did a good job, didn't he?
Yeah.
But here's my Stapleton story, real quick.
Let's make this about you, DK.
No, it's comparing it.
That's the way. Go ahead.
That's the way we do. I'll hold this son of a bitch hostage right now, and I'll say a word, and I'll let y'all speak.
Bet.
No, but I was comparing that because I didn't know who he was. I wasn't a Steel Drivers fan. I never had done. I know a lot of people are.
Yeah, I didn't know him before Stapleton by himself. I didn't even know Steel Drivers.
A lot of people. A lot of people had that history, and I didn't. I'm not. Only 2 people I can claim to know from the start was Shooter and Sturgill. That was my 2 that I found before anybody. But now with Stapleton, he was going to the Shooter Jamie thing, and his name was on the list, and I Googled him. It's on the bill, and I thought he wrote a song for Ken Chesney, Luke Bryan, Darius Rucker, and I said,
not going to be the guy you want to hear.
No, and I looked at his picture, and I went, this poser. That's how out of the loop I was. I thought he's writing for these guys, but he's trying to look cool. He comes out in the crowd and talks. Lindsay gets a picture with him just because of the Luke Bryan song. I've told this on the podcast, and so I don't. And then right after that, my friend Lisa J says he's playing the Glasgow Plaza for $15. I said, can't make it. Ain't like he's gonna blow up anytime that Justin Timberlake comes around. I'm like, holy shit! Yeah. And he wins like everything, and nobody knows who he is. And you couldn't get a ticket in Nashville.
Yeah,
that's what I'm going with this, Caleb. you couldn't get a ticket in Nashville without spending big bucks because Nashville is just such an elevated level with everything. Me and Woolbright and Jada and Hatcher ended up going to Indianapolis to see him, and he did a good job with that. We had a lightning. Like there was a big storm, like we saw cars floating in Indianapolis that night. So like we were all held up in our vehicles drinking cold beer, just waiting for the show to start.
Did you go to Salina before you went to that concert?
You said you seen cars floating. No.
I thought, did I say something wrong? There was a pause.
I didn't get it to start with, but that's a hell of a point.
Ruining that joke, DK.
Yeah, well, but so we missed a bunch of songs, like a couple of his good ones, because everybody was rushing in at once, and for that one. But he got an education lesson that night because he played and he was okay. He wasn't like Jamie Johnson. He was a little interactive with the crowd, but he was fairly similar to Jamie. But then old Rockin' Randall went on, and there's a reason he went on the road when he was 8 years old.
That's one I've never seen. I've never seen Hank Jr. I'd like to see.
Get the hell out of here.
I'm serious.
I've seen him. Starwood.
And I don't, people say he's too drunk. No, hey, dude, he's been singing since the '60s. Can he change a lyric here and there? Can he make stuff relevant to today?
I'd be all about an improv. Any kind of concert with Hank Jr.
But
that's what you'll get if you go sing.
I do a lot of shows. That's my favorite. I don't have to play Poughkeepsie.
The Eric Church and Josh Thompson opened for him in Knoxville concert we all went to.
Tour,
that was awesome.
That was good.
I think it's a small venue deal.
It was,
and Stapleton, he's the same way. I seen him exit in twice. Them small venues, when he hits them notes, you get cold chills, your hair on your neck stands up. Bridgestone, it was great, but you didn't feel it.
It's too big, yeah.
And plus, my big hind end sitting in them little bitty chairs, I don't even, as much as I love the Preds, I don't enjoy sitting in them chairs.
They make them small.
I will catch some flank for this, but...
Flack.
You done caught
it. Are we with grammar school here? Is that what
grammar Nazi, brother. Sorry, it's my show. I can do whatever the hell I want.
Thank you, Mr. Kennedy.
It's Miss Marilyn, actually.
May I speak now?
Yes, sir. Absolutely.
But if you want the full effect in a Bridgestone Arena, or I'm sorry, not Bridgestone Arena, Nissan Stadium, Taylor Swift will light your hind end on fire.
Hey,
that's
probably a legit point. I bet she can belt out a tune.
Yeah, well,
she has gotten better at singing as she's gotten older too.
I remember he bought tickets for his wife, because she's a big T Sweezy fan.
Yeah.
Yeah. And he's like, well, I'm going to go with her.
Yeah.
I'm going to struggle through it. He come back and he was like,
yeah,
probably one of the best concerts I've ever been to.
That was at Bridgestone, and then we went this year to Nissan Stadium.
Yeah.
And she actually done her old stuff and her new stuff. And I'm telling y'all, entertainment-wise, I've been to 20-something Eric Church concerts, and he is my all-time favorite. There will never be nobody touching him. But entertainment-wise, you can't touch Taylor Swift.
Yeah, I bet that's the truth. And
so was Luke Bryan on the farm tour.
I heard her singing. I heard her singing something live, and she is just fantastic live. Yeah,
she's got it.
Hey, I hate to cut this short.
Hold on,
we are too because we're 2 hours and 10 minutes in.
We got one question. I got one question left. First off, Sunshine used to tell me, "Dude, I love Taylor Swift. I'm gonna marry you one day. One of these days, dude, I'm marrying you." We can't end the show without our famous question.
Oh my God.
Yeah. F, Marry, Kill is coming back so soon, and I let most time we let a little time to breathe in between.
Not this one.
I just got Lucas on it, and the little homo answer he gave there a few weeks ago, and you said it earlier.
Y'all do realize that part of it is you're gay at the end.
Yep,
and because if
only you would point that out to us.
What is the point?
He actually pointed it out. I confirmed it.
Yeah.
So,
but give it to Slim because he's the oldest.
All three of you get it. This is all. It's like you can combine, like you can huddle
one
up.
list.
We'll give you a 30-second over here.
Yeah.
Eric Church, obviously, because I know your love for two of these guys. So Eric Church, F, Marry, Kill, Keith Whitley, and the mayor of Dodson's Branch, Derek Woolbright.
I'm marrying the chief.
Oh, but it would
okay. This is a collaborative effort here.
Yeah. Man, you can't kill off Derek though.
I don't know, can you? It's just a game. I mean, hypothetically, you can kill the hell out of him.
He's effing Keith Whitley, is what I heard.
Whitley killed himself.
Yeah,
so
Lori Morgan.
So
you're effing a corpse.
So it's between the effing and the marrying.
Steve, Slim. I don't even call you Steve, but you be awful silent about this.
He's thinking.
Trying to think which one would be the best way out.
Derek
you mean which one would be the best way in? What you're trying to get?
I'm not killing Derek Woolbright.
If you don't make
a little brother to me.
Jesus Christ! If you don't make Derek Woolbright cringe a little bit when he's hearing this, I'm disappointed.
Well, I'll put it this way. I like a little meat on my girl.
Yeah.
Well,
and Derek, he's the one out of them three going that way.
So if you're not bending over Derek over an ambulance, I'm disappointed by the end of this.
Sirens blaring.
Get the stretcher.
I think I'd. I think I'd have to put Woolbright someplace else. I couldn't put him in the F category. Reason being is I've heard some stories on old Woolbright.
Oh,
and
that's a good point.
If we go reciprocating here, I mean, man might be in trouble.
I ain't heard that story.
I've heard that story.
We'll save that for another podcast.
Well, you'd have to kill him because if you marry him, you're getting that part too.
You're getting it too.
That's a good point.
Yeah.
That's a good point.
I'm just asking, guys. I'm not boning any of them.
All right. F. Keith Whitley, marry Eric Church, kill Derek Woolbright.
Ding, ding,
All right, give me your answers. Is everybody agreeing?
Everybody in?
I'm sorry, Derek.
Slim's got
I hate to kill you, Derek, but I mean,
Yeah.
they're saying stuff about you I don't remember.
I ain't dealing with that.
adios, muchachos.
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead and finish up, you guys. Last words. We're wrapping it up.
Last words.
It's been great. Keep it up. Don't ever break up.
What are you thankful for?
I am thankful for Sunday morning breakfast at Juanita Judd's house.
Bam.
Bam.
Amen, brother. Amen.
Last words, Slim.
I'm saying, nice meeting you, Lucas.
Thank you.
DK.
Thanks for coming.
I'm glad you didn't turn your head on me this time like you did at the Sparta at the Ag Center.
Talking about when he coughed at
At
the
What do you mean
urinal.
about that?
At the urinal.
He said he met me once because of Shooter Jennings.
Yeah, at the Groping Granny party. Then I go to this wrestling thing in Sparta, coming out of the bathroom, DK's coming in. I'm like, yeah, I know him. This ain't the place to talk. You don't talk to another man in the bathroom. Hey, you DK?
So he don't talk to me in person, like, be like, what
Send him a message on Facebook.
The completely
I don't
normal
have
thing. Hey, was that you shaking your junk in the bathroom a while ago?
I don't have his number.
Friend request.
He knows famous people. He could work at TMZ.
Yeah.
We might want to change my thankfulness because
Go for it.
I got a pregnant wife, so she might not like it.
Well, there you go. The pregnant wife. There.
Well, I'm thankful for family.
Yeah.
That's what it's all about for me.
Yeah.
And I couldn't see. And I need to, Austin Cantrell. I know DK worked with him. That's my stepson. I don't know if he know that or not.
No, I had no idea.
Austin's my stepson, so it's all about family for me.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Final words?
I'm in the same boat. I love my brothers.
Yeah.
I love this show. I would listen to it if y'all just had dying animals on here or whatever you want. Whatever
it
your
may
pleasure
come
was.
to that, so
Well,
glad to know.
So
I
mean-
enjoy you guys going back and forth. If you never had another guest on here, I'd be okay with that. So I'm thankful for what you guys do for everyone else that listens to this show, and keep it up. I think you guys do a wonderful job.
It was a lot more serious. All of them was a lot more serious, and I liked them.
So we bullshit for 2 hours and 15 minutes, and y'all pull on the heartstrings at the end.
Tugged on it.
I like my family and my puppies.
I'm going to have to change my answer.
I love my
I'm gonna have to
puppies.
change my damn answer.
And what do you got? What do you got?
I'm thankful for baby wipes. They're just the Swiss Army knife of the wipe category. I mean, they wiped down that couch before you come in. I mean, they cleaned up my car the other day, and I ate a bag of potato chips, and I'm a little kid, so I turned them up and I had them all over my damn face, and I just went ahead and got that baby wipe out, and shit, I'm thankful for baby wipes.
That's good stuff. That's good.
DK?
I can't top that at all. I forgot we were being thankful.
I seen as how I brought it up 2 hours and 15 minutes and 8 seconds ago. I don't know how you forgot it.
Well, I have nothing. I'm
You ungrateful bastard.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, you're not getting.
I'm not a big fan of the holiday, but I'm still thankful for a few things. I'm thankful for Juanita Judd's turkey dressing. Oh, my goodness. I'll have an extra pan of that waiting for me. I'll bring you half of it if you'd like.
Come up with something. We said we're going to be thankful all 4 weeks.
I know, and I'm thankful for Juanita Judd bringing these boys into the world and bringing them to us at the One Lane Road podcast. This was my idea last week, and I just dropped the ball.
Damn it!
But I am
grateful that cooler's a little lighter on the way back to the truck, so we don't have to make a stop.
You're damn right.
There you go.
Stone Cold, I'm disappointed in you. Andrew Pope, I'm proud of you. You're working for Shooter Jennings now.
Bam.
2019 record coming in the way.
Nice.
Another One Lane Road podcast. podcast alumni killing it. Cody Jinks selling out the Tennessee Theater last night. Travis Humphrey up there with him. Clint Connor, we're going to holler at Jim. Hey, Carlos. He said something about mentioning some stuff. So there was mention. I texted him, said, give me a paragraph. I'll mention it on the podcast, brother. And he didn't, so I didn't either.
All right.
Thankful.
Ungrateful bastard.
Veterans Day.
Did you put out the post?
I did. Oh, I did. I need to read that real quick.
Yes, you do.
I did need it.
Yeah, I seen the branches of the military.
Yeah.
And you guys thought this show was over.
Absolutely not.
This is the never-ending show, Lucas.
Yeah.
Maybe you can edit about, I don't know, 30,
I just want to edit
45
this.
minutes out.
I just want to edit this ass whip, and I'm going to get for my wife that has to work in the morning out.
Ooh.
I was trying to keep it over under 8:45. We're over right now.
Yeah.
I know. 7 people chimed in.
7 people are veterans.
Sean Anderson, Army, National Guard, Army. Curtis Rich said, well, as you know, I wasn't in the military, but I would like to talk to someone who was. My grandpa, Lawrence Newman, was an anti-aircraft gunner in World War II for the Army. He's been dead now for 9 years. People talk about their heroes and everybody has different ones, but man, he was mine. I was fortunate enough to spend 19 years with him. It was a damn good 19 years. Not a day goes by that I don't think of him.
Good post.
Yeah.
Carlos Huesca, U.S. Army, 86 through 09. Son's currently serving in Air Force. Anderson, AFB, Guam, 2016 to present.
My, the namesake of my dad, Coel Wood, died in Guam. Died on the island of Guam.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Timothy Thornton, U.S. Army, 93 to 06. Present DOD. Tammy Norris.
Who's presently Department of Defense?
Oh, is that what that means?
Yeah. Who is
Timothy Thornton's one of Carlos's buddies.
Okay.
Tammy Norris, tagged Trey Leonard, and he's in the Army. Tennessee National Guard. Now, my old buddy. Hold on a second. I gotta.
Is it? I know you use this phone daily, but you're killing me. It's like the first time you've ever turned this thing on.
It's acting crazy for some reason, man. Here we go.
Behind the scenes.
Yeah. This is y'all seeing. This is the end of the show right here.
This one, it was taken overseas. In the middle of hell in 1943. That was my tail gunner, old Johnny McGee.
Yeah.
He was a high school teacher from where? New Orleans. He had my back.
Yeah.
Right through the day we left. Should have seen it in color, Lucas.
Shout out to Chris Boone.
Chris Boone.
Marine Corps.
My cousin Jock Prophet.
And Vance Fraley, the one we talked about a while ago.
I say we know a lot of people.
Oh, there's a lot of people, and I know I'm Brad Craighead, veteran. Very good.
Our uncle Roscoe Mayberry is in Vietnam.
Roscoe Mayberry.
Vietnam. Butch Ginther. Shout out to Butch Ginther. One of my mentors.
Kendrick Bean was a Marine. Did 3 tours in Afghanistan.
Bam. All kinds of them out there.
Yeah.
Thank you for your service. Everybody that made it out, we appreciate it. If you didn't make it, we're thinking of you.
And I'd like to thank Saurwood.
Hey, we're headed to Saurwood. I hope the gates ain't locked.
Well, they ain't going to be.
Y'all shut them whenever you left?
No, we left them open. There's always room for visitors.
All right.
Free range.
Saurwood met Springers.
Free range cows there. Free range chickens running around.
Hope you guys enjoyed being here. We enjoyed
it. Thank you very much.
Call my mom and ask her if I can hang out with y'all again.
Yeah, let us know. We appreciate it. All right, everybody. Thanks for listening. One more time before we go, I want to give a huge shout out and a thank you to all of our veterans. Thanks everybody that served. Thank you to the families that gave up so much to have them go serve for you. We'll keep you forever in our prayers. I want to ask you one more time to go over and check out our friends Lee J. Amonette and Clint Connor at eagleauctions.com. Again, that sale is Saturday, December 1st at 10 a.m. A home, 182-acre farm, personal property of John Mark Louise Hayes. It's right outside of the city limits of Salina on Highway 52. Go check it out. There's a open house the Sunday before. It's November 25th. It's from 2 to 4 p.m. So we'll go over there and check out everything they got. We appreciate you guys. Thanks for listening again.